we need to figure out what we're going to do with Snowflake's body because we can't carry it around in the haversack forever.
Why not?
Sure you can't. It gets lighter over time.
You hush, you are dead.
We could always pull Snowflake out of the haversack.
We could probably bury him out here and then start a hero's graveyard.
There you go.
We could do like a weekend at Snowflakes.
So I guess that's my cue. This is Brian's request.
Nice.
I like it.
That's awesome.
So you guys gonna bury him there?
Well, what does his people do? Do they burn them, bury them?
We don't even know who his people were.
Well, they're Yetis. What do Yetis do? Well, maybe we'll do some research. Is there a place to do research?
I don't know if I feel comfortable calling them your people.
Damn it, Jim.
Let's just burn them. I'm sure that's what they do.
In the frozen Great White North?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if they'd be able to dig in the ground. I'm gonna do a knowledge check.
Okay.
You may have to go on a quest to bury him.
There you go.
Was he even a Yeti? He was losing all his hair.
Well, when he died, didn't he look like a human? Or did he revert back to full fuzzy mode?
He looked like a human, right? Old human man, right? I think I actually have a picture of it.
I have a picture of it if you want me to change it over.
Oh yeah, if you don't mind.
Did he leave a last will and testament? Let's look at that bag there, Ren. Or Merrick, and see if he had left a will or something.
It was right next to his no resuscitation.
Yeah, right.
Whatever they call it.
Obviously, Spaz has never looked into Snowflake's character sheet to see the million things that are in there. So for the next day, Merrick spends the whole entire day going through the bag.
Finds nothing.
Yeah, pulls out like dragon parts, and he's got like a morgue tongue. He's got some scrolls, and
there are so many body parts in there.
Hey, there is another dead body in one of those bags.
And one of them is a mushroom. I mean, he's got a shower curtain in here. He's got all kinds of stuff.
Well, for all of the body parts, if we're going to bury him here, Ren, what do you think? I feel uncomfortable just throwing all of the body parts in with him.
Maybe we should find a pet cemetery.
Yeah, I agree.
A pet cemetery? I don't know where one's at. Maybe we could find one.
No, I mean about putting all the parts in there. Weird.
But just imagine if the archaeologists came around, thousands of years later, they think he's going to have like 6 arms and 12 legs, and that would be funny.
All of different shapes and sizes, and there's a body of a woman.
Not to mention all the different species.
I bet if they found him, they'd find the missing link.
He'd be a new genus all on his own. Well, yeah, where did we bury your baby? Ayla?
We didn't. I thought that, well, I know that he traded it for some like magic stuff while we were in Greyhawk.
Oh,
That's right.
He tossed the body up on the counter, and Haleth just turned around and walked out and didn't speak to him for 2 days.
I forgot about that.
well, maybe we could do that with Snowflake. Just throw him up on the counter. Maybe we'll get some cool magic stuff. Who knows?
There was somebody in Diamond Lake who was interested in him, but I think he kind of wanted him alive.
And Harry.
Now it would just look like you're trying to sell your grandpa.
I'm not dead yet.
All
Guess
right,
you could nail me to a rocker.
Let's do this out in the back. We'll just find a plot and just give him a burial. And if we find out later that his people don't, they have some other sort of ritual, we can, exhume him and do it properly.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys spend better half of the day kind of finding a good spot for him and kind of burying him deep enough where you're not worried about any scavengers getting to him.
Hey, Haleth, here's Todrick's arm.
How do you know it's Todrick?
It just looks like his. Didn't we have Todrick's arm?
You had a guy's arm. I don't think it was Todd, but yeah.
Well, maybe
It was.
Was it? I don't remember. All right, yeah, I guess you did.
It was the guy. It was the guy who stole my arm in the when we were first in Diamond Lake.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of memories. What would you like to do with all his stuff?
In his backpack, or
So, well, it depends.
Would it be easier if I drug all the magic items over to the party sheet?
Probably.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, and then maybe the ink for scrolls, pens, and parchment over for Haleth too.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll let him do that. So he'll be moving everything over for the next half hour. You guys have gotten him buried and whatnot. Like to all do now. It's probably about the afternoon now, I would say.
I say we start a bonfire with all, move downwind or wherever the wind's going to blow the other way from us and burn all these body parts.
That sounds good.
All right, including like the dragon scales and dragon blood and all that too as well.
That kind of stuff, I imagine
That
that
kind of stuff we
Talon
keep,
would
I
want.
think.
Right.
What is the scroll of Caius from under the stadium?
That was the apostolistic scrolls that talked about how to make the Urgalasta, the big large worm thing that you guys had fought. It doesn't have any real power to it now, but it does describe Caius and on the ceremony to produce that.
Bailey, you may want Haleth to have those Moog body parts and stuff. I've been selling that stuff to get inks to make scrolls. Now, whether Greg has you doing it that way or not is a different story.
Yep, that's good. Goggles of Night. You were wearing those?
Yeah, I never took them off, remember?
You took them off at one point.
Oh, yeah, I did take them off at one point.
For the past couple sessions, I think you've had them off.
Talon might want that. Does he already see 120?
It's only 60 foot.
Yeah, I think he sees 120 already.
So they wouldn't give him 180.
He sees 90, so. No, they wouldn't. They don't stack.
What is the seal of law?
That was the.
That's what we picked up at the bottom of the...
Yeah, but I think, if I remember correctly, you guys used it to unlock the tomb, and I think it stayed in the tomb.
That's right. I don't think we have it anymore, do we?
Nope. Yeah, it stayed inside the tomb itself.
Oh, okay.
I took care of it. It was the end of the night when you guys had asked that, so that's probably what I did.
Yeah, that periap to health, I don't want that. I don't want none of those periap things.
One-way shower curtain? I don't want to know.
What I mean, he's got like just random stuff in there.
No, that was that. Remember that thing we found where you could see through the curtain, but you couldn't see the other way?
Right. Ended
Oh, right. It wasn't a shower curtain.
I couldn't remember what it was, so that's what I put it down as.
That's what he was going to use it as.
Right.
Only we could see in and he couldn't see out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That way knew he was private.
But it was amazing how many of you seemed to walk through while I was taking a shower.
What is this thing you call a shower?
Yeah, right?
So you had a haversack and a bag of holding?
Yep. I'm getting to the haversack.
He's asking that probably because we stuffed you in the haversack. Your bag of holding.
That's what I was wondering.
I know. I knew exactly where that question was coming from.
I
Like,
think
I'm
Talon
not
should have the
going
one cure wounds.
to bring that up.
I think Talon should get the one to cure wounds because he's always kind of in the back, you know.
We never actually used it very much. I think we used it one time.
You guys just let me die instead.
It's all about action economy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all the magic stuff from his character sheet.
It's got mass cure wounds in it, too.
It does have mass cure. That's a little tricky, though. Oh,
It uses all 5 charges for that.
Right.
And if it blows up, then it actually doesn't heal on all of us.
Oh.
Right. So you'd get it no matter what. So it's kind of like an oh shit type of thing. But you have to roll
It's,
on
it is a oh shit, freaking bring the party back up type
right.
of thing.
Exactly.
You got 2 or 3 people down.
Is silence a ritual?
Yes, it is. So is gentle repose.
Yeah, I grabbed that one
Have
already.
a lot of stuff.
You carry
I
that.
was your pack mule.
I'll take the perspirant of health if nobody wants it.
The periap?
Marriott's
all
not
yours.
taking it.
Why ain't he taking it?
Because he had the poisoned one.
I had the periaptive proof against poison, and it worked once, and then it was nasty.
Maybe this is what's going to happen to me.
I'm going to take those goggles because that would extend my night vision out to 120.
Does it? I didn't know that it did that.
Yeah, it says if you have dark vision already, it gives you an extension.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
I'll only wear them at night. I'm not as cool as Snowflake.
I love the picture of him.
You'll wear your sunglasses at night.
I know, I was just singing that in my head. Oh, I can't see the picture.
Oh, I'll bring it up for you. Yeah, that's silly that it does that. I don't know why it does that.
There's bracers of defense, too. Oh, that's awesome.
Right? That was cool.
Oh, very steampunk.
Yeah, it's got like a little bee on the in between it. Or like a bee.
You should have wings of flying and carry a big mace, and then we could call you Hawk.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing stuff that I want. If anybody wants to grab things, please do.
Bailey, I just threw in 10 empty vials in there that I used to collect stuff if you wanted to do that as well. For your scrolls. Although I don't know if you can do scrolls or not, can you?
I don't think so. Not with the ritual magic.
Who's going to be the new pack horse with the bag of holding and the haversack?
I have my own bag of holding, and I have enough junk. I don't want to be responsible for the parties.
When we were in Greyhawk, I adopted a new living style where I'm minimalist now. I get rid of one thing from my inventory every day.
That's okay, I keep putting 2 things in your inventory every night.
Yeah, that Ring of Spell Storing is nice. I don't have a need for it, but like Brian was saying, frontline people putting shield in there is pretty cool.
I think Talon should get the fedora back.
You should. That would end up being Ren, right? Because Merrick, you can already shield, can't you?
Yeah, I can already shield him.
I'd have to have somebody load it for me.
I can load it for you. You just want me to take the ring away when I go to load it, though.
Yeah. At least 30 feet away.
That is what currently is in that ring, just so you guys know.
I think I can load shield too, can't I?
You can.
Yeah, I don't think I'm comfortable having Spaz load my Ring of Spell Storing.
God knows what he could get, right?
I just checked the fine print on my my health savings account through the order. That's not
Doesn't cover injury by spaz?
No. Injury by items preloaded by spaz. Yeah, not covered.
Included.
I'm going to grab the haversack. We'll just have that with me.
Okay.
But I'm not hauling all the rest of that shit.
Right.
We should take that wand of cure wounds. Maybe stick that in Talon's bag.
I was going to say, I think Talon would be the best guy for that one.
Either Talon or Haleth, right?
Because he's kind of always back.
He's the one who's always most concerned with everyone else's health, right?
Right.
He is actually, you know, he hides it, but he is.
Greg, that'll be deleted from the video before you actually upload it, right?
Au contraire, my friend, au contraire. You don't show up, you get the ribbing. That's the way it goes.
You can see it just lying there, lurking behind all that facade of bravado, you know, that he really cares about us.
Absolutely.
Brian, I don't know. You may want to grab that Ithane parts and stuff and put it on his sheet and let him decide if he wants it for later or not.
Do we have to clear this out right now?
No, you guys don't have to.
Okay, because
Do it on a break.
some
or
of this
something.
sounds like Talon make his mind up on.
Sure.
I
think
just
you
want to
just-
tell you, that, grabbing all these body parts reminds me of a certain guy I've ventured with before. Not you, it's another dude.
Yeah, I agree. I thought of the same thing as I saw him collecting all those pieces. I thought the same thing.
I'll grab the bag of holding, I guess. And then when we decide what to do with stuff, I'll start filling it up.
All right, so after we've buried Snowflake
Yep.
and disposed of the other body parts,
Yep.
just
Are you
gather
going to
back
take
up.
the one? Are you going to take the one off the wall in the basement that he put up?
I think they're going to charge admission to the basement just like they do for Elvis and his house in Memphis. It's going to be a pilgrimage. People come from wherever.
They'll be lined up.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
This whole conversation makes me feel like Snowflake might have been kind of creepy.
He was unique.
I freaking drug the haversack over, but I don't see it in my inventory.
I've had that happen, Brian. I have to like close the character sheet and open it back up, and then I'd seen it before.
I don't see it in there either.
It might have. Might have been because I had it renamed. Because I actually put the haversack in as 3 different haversacks on my character sheet for each section of it: the center, the left, and the right.
I'll just
So see if it's in there as like XC and then that.
I don't see it in there.
I got a blank too.
You do. Alright, I just dragged the new haversack in there and I'm looking for it. There you go. You got one now.
There it is.
Alright. So, buried. Items are distributed for the most part.
I think we need to go speak with Alestin and see what things look like in Diamond Lake. And maybe he can give us some better directions to where his mentor, Tensor, lives. Do we still have our horses?
Yeah, they were outside the cairn. We picked them up as you guys came back. Nothing ate them. So, you guys head back into the city. Diamond Lake.
That's my plan, and I am
I'm following.
Alright,
headed that way.
sounds good. So you guys continue into the town. You see that the areas of the acid cloud smoke that's there is slowly starting to dissipate at this point. You do see that the ground obviously is all charred, and the buildings that were underneath it are pretty much destroyed. As you continue down the road, you do see that there's some people that are still in town trying to make it work. However, obviously a lot have left, and I think you guys have known that beforehand. As you kind of go by, you do see some bystanders that are kind of moving through the town. They immediately see you guys, and they wave, and you know, you got to hear them say, "Hey, there they are! Hey guys, how'd it go out there? Thanks for killing the dragon."
How'd you hear about us killing the dragon?
Oh, Alustin came back. He told us you guys saved the town and killed the dragon, and you guys are like big time adventurers and stuff.
Well, we are magnificent.
You are truly magnificent. Where are you guys off to now? What are you guys going to do?
We need to speak with Alustin. Is he at his house? Do you know?
No, his house was destroyed. He's up at the mayor's complex. The mayor left too, his brother. So he's up there. He's kind of the de facto mayor now. You remember, it's the large building with the wall around it in the center of the...
Yep.
Like, all right, well, thanks.
I just nod to him and keep going.
Alrighty. So as you guys head up towards that direction, you get to kind of up and around, and you see the gates are open, and there's no guards that are kind of protecting the building as there was with the other mayor. And as you enter in, you see Alustin's there. He's in his red robe. However, you notice that it's quite dirty, kind of down towards the bottom. You see him kind of moving some things around, and kind of wipes his hands off, and he says, "Ah, you're back."
Yes, we are. Unfortunately, we're without one of our group.
He looks and he says, did he stay back behind to fix up the house, or what happened?"
There was an accident.
We're not exactly sure what happened. He stepped and didn't hit the path.
Oh, really? Kind of liked him. Sort of my favorite. No offense. Sorry.
None taken.
Boy. First my house, then the town, now this. Ill tidings. Kind of sits down, he looks at you guys, and says, "I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry."
Oh. I know we can't
We set a
control.
marker for him back at the house if you want to go pay your respects.
I will. What's that furry guy?
Is it just him here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just him.
Alright, I'll pull out, would I know that book that I have that clearly says it came from the home of Alustin? Would I know that it came from Alustin?
Probably.
I think I remember seeing him take it.
Uh-huh. Right. So you
Alright, I'll open up the bag and pull the book out and just like smooth over the edge of it and then just hand it to him.
He takes the book from you, and you do see that there's some tears that are kind of coming down the side of his face, even though he tries to look stoic, and he puts a big smile, and he says, "Crazy thing, thought I never knew he took this, didn't he?"
I figured that you two had come to some kind of agreement, but yeah, I think he didn't. He thought he was sneaky.
Yeah. Well, I know he thought this book had some magic powers, but it really isn't. It's just sort of a kind of a talking piece, really, and just got a simple spell on it to make it open and shut on its own. But yeah, he really fancied it, that's for sure. He kind of takes it and kind of puts it under his arm and says, "Thanks for returning it."
Of course. I'll also hand over the one that I was using that I had borrowed from him.
He kind of puts his hands over it and kind of flips through, and you see kind of some smiles and stuff. He says, definitely had his own way of recording his spells, didn't he? And he hands it back to you. He says, "It's yours. I have no need for that, and you may need it in the future, so please keep that book."
Oh, thank you, Alestin.
Yeah. How rude of me. Drinks? Would you all like some drinks? I think we could use something.
Yes.
He kind of ushers you guys in, and you kind of walk in the door, and you see that most of the kind of the gaudy stuff that his brother had kind of put up is kind of been torn down and thrown in the corners, and it seems to be pretty simple inside. And you guys sit down, and he just kind of moves his hand a little bit, and you see suddenly this plate comes floating in air and sits down next to you, and there's several drinks, and he turns around and he says, "Thank you." And the plate kind of disappears, and there's drinks on the table. He says, "Please." And he grabs a glass, and he says, "To Snowflake?"
To Snowflake.
To Snowflake.
The snowflake.
To me.
And he takes a big drink and puts the cup down. He says, "Ah. So, please tell me it wasn't in vain."
No, he died well. And I didn't kill him.
Would never think you would, Spaz.
Well, sometimes accidents happen when I'm around. Just bad luck.
Say it's gods playing their hand in your movements. What does that sound like?
I don't know why God would be in my movement, but okay.
So, tell me, were you able to get into the tomb?
We were.
What
We
tomb?
were.
Icosceles' tomb. The one I left you with, Spaz. Don't you remember?
Was it after midnight?
It was.
I don't remember.
Oh god, he's gonna turn into a pumpkin in 30 minutes. What did you guys find? Was it as glorious as you thought? Please, do tell me.
It was interesting. There was a lot of stuff in there, and wow, it was quite a trip down that whatever you want to call it funnel.
Ah, yes. I bet.
There's some interesting traps too.
Really kind
We
of.
found some very unique items down there too. I'm almost afraid to show you.
Huh. That powerful, huh?
Incredibly powerful.
Well,
I reach in and pull out the rod.
you see, he kind of takes a big breath in and just sort of holds it for a second. You see his eyes get wide. He looks around quickly, says, "Quickly, put that back in the bag."
I know, right?
Yeah. Wow. He says, "Really? Did you find more than one?"
Just the one.
Wow. This is, kind of looks to you guys, and you see almost that dad look, like, you know, super proud of where you've come and how you've gotten to where you are, and gets a big smile. He says, "Man, remember when you guys walked in this town? Do you remember that?" Gosh, boy. Well, I may be the smartest guy in Diamond Lake, but there's no way I'm going to have any way to help you with that. You guys have become more powerful than I am, I hate to say. I'm happy to say, but I don't know if I'm much help to you anymore. You know, you guys
What
are-
about your mentor? You said that he might know, he might be the next step for our information.
He kind of stands up and grabs his glass and kind of walks around the chair, and he kind of walks back and he says, yes, he's powerful and knowledgeable, that's for sure. You see him kind of walk around the room and just kind of meanders around and walks over to this chess set that was there that you guys had seen before, and pieces are in kind of half played, and he kind of puts his palm around one of the dragon chess pieces and looks. He says, well, he probably is the one to ask. I don't know of anybody else that's more knowledgeable or more powerful than he is. Yeah, I agree with you. And he turns around and comes back and he says, Tenser's his name. I know you know of him, and yes, he is the same Tenser of the Circle of Eight. He's not dead, as was said. He came back, so he's back, and he's just north of here, maybe half a day's travel to the town of Mage Point. Have you heard of it?
I've heard it mentioned. I've never been there.
Yeah, it's right on the southern side of the Near Deer Lake. It's just kind of east of Elmshire. If you head towards Elmshire, continue along the road, along the coast, you can't miss it. It's become quite a town, to be honest, now that he's living there.
So do we need some form of, like, introduction, any papers or anything, since he's, so powerful?
Kind of smiles and he says, yeah, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling he probably already knows about you. Not much passes him on World of Greyhawk without him knowing about it. I think that you just probably need to let him know that you killed Ilthane and your accolades out at the city of Greyhawk, and I think he probably would meet with you, but if you'd like, you could drop my name. I'm not sure that'll help you, but you could. It may. That whole city is about Tenser, or the village, so you don't have to worry about, having trouble getting a hold of him or contacting him. Everybody in that city is there because of him, so I don't think you'll have any problem with that. Now, I promise you I'll continue to research, and if I find anything that's important, I'll surely pass it along. But as you can see, this town is a mess, and somebody has to rebuild it.
How are you going to get rid of the poison clouds?
That's interesting you mentioned that. And he kind of walks over and he grabs one of these books and brings it and he lays it down. He says, had somebody go into the city of Greyhawk and send off some books for me. So he flips through the page. He's like, now look at the spell here. And he kind of starts to go through the ins and outs of this arcanic spell, trying to dispel the poisoned gas as well as to move it away and to reconsecrate the earth. And he talks for about 15-20 minutes talking about different spell components. And he says, what do you think? Well, you agree? I think that's going to work.
I'm just kind of like nodding my head. That's a little more advanced. I can only do like these basic spells, and it takes me quite a while.
I see. And he looks to Merrick, and Merrick looks to Spaz, and he says, "You agree, Spaz?"
Well, what? Agree with what?
We were just discussing this wonderful incantation that's going to take me about a week to cast. Huh? Blue?
It's blue. The color's blue.
Yeah. All right, well, that was good. And he closes up the book and kind of tucks it back into the chair, and he says, I appreciate your input, Spaz. It's always helpful to hear your side of things. Thank you.
Yeah. Was it orange? Was that the color?
No, blue. You were correct. Blue is definitely the color that's needed.
What do you need me to cast? I can always cast all kinds of good things.
No.
I think Spaz, we're okay. Thank you.
Hey, watch this.
Oh, boy.
Just looked at him. I didn't say anything.
And I pull up my wand.
All right. He goes, I don't think that's needed. That's not needed. You don't need to do that.
I'm gonna step back 60 feet.
I start running for the door.
All right. Oh, my. So suddenly,
I aim at the door.
yeah, as you're running towards the door, this crack of lightning cracks through and hits the door, and Alustin says, thank you. That door needed a window. I appreciate that.
You always wanted air conditioning, didn't you?
I did, yes. Especially from the north. It's always nice to have a cool breeze.
What else do you want me to cast?
No, we're good. I think that's perfect. You've fixed all the problems, actually. Strong work. And he comes over and kind of puts his arm around Spaz. He says, nice job, nice job. You know, my mentor, Tensor, is going to love you, by the way.
Who?
Good lord. Tensor, remember? Tensor the wizard? You may know some of his spells. Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah, I don't know that spell.
I don't either.
Okay, alrighty.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, oh, there you go. See, he's heard of it. He says, now, I think, Spaz, I think you should really hold those charges in that wand for when you really need them, don't you think?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. And he says, thank you for the demonstration, though, and helping out. I appreciate that.
We've gotten adept at avoiding his displays.
I saw that as Ren ran across the room as fast as he could in the opposite direction.
Fortunately, I ran towards the door.
Yes.
I found that
Luckily, I wasn't there yet.
I found that standing still and letting everybody else run, it's like a target. It pulls the magic from him.
Yes, I see what you mean. I think you have the right idea. Just stay right next to him. So, yeah, I like that. Because he never gets hurt, does he?
No.
Right. Amazingly.
You want me ready for my next magic trick?
No. I think. Why don't
Where
you
are we going?
Save that for the great darkness that's coming, okay?
What?
Are any of the merchants in town, or should we go somewhere else to...
I would...
Probably better off to sell elsewhere, eh?
I would probably recommend that. The town is pretty decimated. There's very few people left, and the ones that are here are stuck just because they don't have money to go anywhere.
Well, we're headed to Mageport. That might be a better place to unload any of the stuff that you have.
They do have a lot of things there, so it has grown quite a bit over the last 50 years.
We said it's about a day's ride.
Yes, it is. About a day.
And what time is it now? Is it late afternoon?
It would be evening now, yeah, because you guys were kind of burying Snowflake, and you've been up here talking with him and whatnot.
Can you put us up for the night?
Sure, yes. I have plenty of rooms. Please, come on in. He kind of shows you around, and you notice that each room there, he hasn't had a chance to go through and kind of change the rooms. He's just changed the great room. You see, each room has a theme to it from his brother, so there's various different themed rooms in this house that you can stay in.
Can you describe a couple?
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a cowboy room. There's a, what else? A sailor room. There's all kinds of different rooms like that.
I'll go in the sailor room.
Nice. I like it.
I'm gonna take the cowboy room.
Nice. So you guys are able to sleep throughout the night without any difficulties. And you awake early in the morning.
Oh, I gotta cast my spell.
Oh boy. There we go. This is what happens when you guys don't have anything for him to attack.
I gotta cast mage armor.
I
That's
know.
every morning.
Yeah, every morning.
I should have done it at night too before I went to bed.
Could have.
Oh no! So that was my nighttime one, but
That was
that's
your
my
night one?
morning one.
Before you went to bed?
And the one I guess is my morning one.
All right. So as you cast the night one, so you're in your room and getting ready to cast your spell that you need to do. You cast the spell, and as you do, you see the spell goes without a hitch, and of course you're by yourself. And all of a sudden, you see this creature sort of pop up in front of you, bloop, and it blinks its eye, and it kind of floats up. It goes. It gets a little bit closer and blinks again. It looks the other way and kind of foots around a little bit.
I go, hello.
And it goes beep bop beep boop beep bop.
I got my friend Talon. He's over there sleeping in the other bed. Go wake him up.
It goes beep bop bop boop beep. And it just sort of sits there and looks at you.
Well, I go to bed.
Alrighty. So as you crawl into bed, all of a sudden it disappears about a minute later. Now the night goes without issues. You guys wake up in the morning. As you get up, you hear Lustin kind of hammering some nails outside, and kind of see the day is clear and cool, but clear. Things look to be doing okay.
I'm doing fine.
So we're heading north, is that right?
I believe so.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Alright. So as you guys go ahead.
Overnight, I guess I should have said something before. I was going to attune to the sword and the ring.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm going to put them on.
Alrighty. Sounds great.
Now I'll tune to the rod.
Okay. So you guys are on your horses. I have a marching order already, I think. It's been a while, I can't remember. Yeah, kind of. So I have Talon and Haleth in the front, Spaz in the middle, and then Ren and Merrick bringing up the rear.
Yep.
Okay.
60 feet back from Spaz.
And Talon tries to stay in front of Spaz, but Spaz just continues to catch up to him.
Get away from me, Spaz. Jerkwad.
I'm gonna go up in front there.
Okay, sounds good. So as you guys continue kind of up the road and whatnot, again, it's a very clear day. You do see an occasional cart that'll pass. You'll see, what looks like a carriage that's coming from the Able Coach Inn, I think it was called, that's transporting somebody. They sort of tip their hats as they go by, but they continue on pretty quickly. And then you do see a wagon that's being pulled by a few mules, and you see there's 4 dwarves that are in it, and it appears that there's some casks behind in the cart that they're coming, and they kind of get close and they kind of yell out and kind of nod their hat to you and continue on their way. As you guys continue on, it becomes kind of late afternoonish. You're probably another couple hours away from Mage Point at this point. And you notice that the hills here, they kind of become a little bit more hillier as you're getting up towards the side of the river there. And you hear some noises off to the side that sounds like almost like an animal that's dying of some sort. And you can hear it kind of behind kind of some trees and things like that.
Can't tell what kind of animal it is, just
Yeah.
from the sounds?
So it sounds like either something like not a rabbit or anything like that, a little bit more medium of size, maybe a deer or something about like that, a moose. Not really a moose. Something about the size of a deer.
Well, Talon, you want to take that down? Maybe that would be good for food tonight?
Yeah, I guess I could. You guys didn't pack rations?
Of course I did, but fresh food.
Yeah, fresh venison. That sounds great.
Fresh is better than hardtack.
Well, you all owe me then.
So you see Talon kind of go up and around the kind of the ridge there, and he does actually see the small deer there. It appears to be pretty close to mortally wounded. It's got a large gash on the side of its thorax there, and kind of bleeding out. But Talon mercifully finishes it off, and as you do that, Talon hears a little bit of what sounds like giggling, kind of off in the distance behind one of the trees. Sounds like a small kid.
Well, come out, kid. What do you want?
Suddenly, the laughing kind of stops, and nothing comes out. About probably maybe 30 feet in front of him.
I'll go over there where it's at,
All right.
where I last heard it. Notch another arrow. I'm like, come out, or I'm going to stick you with this.
So as you say that, you hear some rustling, kind of near the tree and whatnot, and as it kind of peeks out, you see what appears to be here it is. See a creature that you've not really seen before, and what it looks like is it has a black hair that's kind of tied up into a top knot, and kind of a big ponytail that kind of goes down, and he has ears that are elven ears, but his skin is completely purple, and you kind of all you can see is sort of the top of his forehead and his eyes as well as his ears, and then you see his nose, and his nose looks almost kind of bulbous a little bit, but it has a piercing right through the kind of where the septum is between the two openings of the nose, and as he kind of looks up, you notice that he has a beard. The beard is sort of this green beard that kind of hangs down, and he just kind of looks up to you, and he goes, "Who are you?"
Okay, so, does he look like a gnome or a leprechaun?
So he's purple, and he looks like maybe like a leprechaun, kind of, I guess. But the beard is sort of in sort of almost like not dreads, but they look kind of like dreads. And he looks at you again, and you know his mouth moves, and he says, "Who are you?"
I am Talon Gravewind. And who are you now?
Talon. That name sounds familiar. Are you part of the Magnificent Seven?
Why, yes, I am. I'm the greatest of the Magnificent Seven.
Oh,
The most lethal warrior amongst them.
where are the rest of them?
And our leader, Spaz, he's over the hill there. He's pretty good, too. Actually, he's really better than me.
Oh. Suddenly you see he kind of stands up, and as he does, he's not the size of a gnome at all or a leprechaun. He's actually a full-size humanoid. And as he stands, you see that he has kind of complete purple skin all around. His beard is sort of that green color that I talked about, but on the end, there's like little barbs that are there.
I know what this is.
You do?
Yes, I do.
All right.
As soon as you said barbs, I knew it's a beard. Knew what it was.
I figured you probably did. I got Puff on your shoulder too, but
Oh, what does Puff do for me?
advantage, I believe.
Let's go, Puff.
The good thing is that you have a great record of playing other people's characters in bad situations. So.
Absolutely.
And you're right. There's a bearded devil. And he pops up and he says, "Oh, I see them over there." He's like, "They're over there, master." However, now you recognize that the lips don't match up with the words. And you've sort of kind of deduced now that the words actually are in your head. They're not really communicated out into the space itself. As it happens, he says, "Give us what we came for."
Okay, give me 1 second here. Oh man, Talon rolls the great initiative too.
Does, doesn't he? The one.
Oh, none of us rolled well.
Talon rolls a 1.
Aelith did
How the hell do you have a plus 16 on initiative?
She's a rock star.
It's that rogue type.
Yep.
I've got alert.
Gives a plus 10, right?
What's it look like? Alert. Oh, come on. That's wrong. I'm in the wrong character. Sorry.
Oh, that sounded bad.
Ouch.
All right.
I apologize.
No, no worries. So he immediately kind of reaches out and tries to hit you with his beard.
Fucking hate these things. Good he missed.
Look at that. Talon's in melee range.
He is,
Good thing we gave him the wand of healing.
yeah, and then he
Funny,
swings
yes.
out with the glaive.
That'll be the first thing Irish has to say something about.
Oh, he had 2 levels of exhaustion.
That's crazy.
That's disadvantage on his attacks.
It is. Yep.
Good start there, Greg. Good start.
Hey, yeah. It works. All right. It goes to the top of the round. So, Aelith, you can see off in the distance this bearded devil is now trying to attack Talon and missed twice.
Okay, are we still on our horses? I started
You
to
are.
say, are we still on our vehicles?
Yeah, you're still on your horses.
Alright, can I see where he's at?
Yes.
How fast does a horse go? 30? 45? Yeah, me too. I think it's 40.
60 for a horse, isn't it?
Draft horse is 40. Riding horse is 60. So 60. That's not really good in combat.
So how does that work? If I go, I ride and then dismount, how much movement does that take? I really don't know mounted combat. Sorry.
I don't either, and I had it saved.
I know it's half the mount. And I want to say it might be that much to dismount.
Looking it up. 'Cause I don't
I'm
know.
looking at. You've got a handy little reference material that says movement.
I do, but I don't know if it's in there. I don't think I have that one. Oh, mounted character can gallop for an hour. Nope, that's just general movement.
Mounting and dismounting.
Thank you.
Yep, it's up under. It's in there up under Chapter 9, combat, mounted combat.
Okay. Got it. What's your
Yeah, it
move?
says it costs
Okay.
half your movement speed.
To get off.
Yeah.
So horse moves
Yep.
or
So, yeah, you can control it. I'm trying to see if it counts as an action to control it.
well, I want to move and then just get off of it.
Gotcha. So that's fine. We'll have you do that. So you move to there and get off your mount. And I would say a half movement will be fine. That's fine. It'll be kind of like a dash type of thing.
Okay. All right, so I will move up and then I will shoot at the one that, whatever it was that attacked him.
Nice. That's a hit.
Where he's at?
Kind of all spread around. Nice damage.
Everybody has advantage on him from now to the end of my, or to the beginning
that's
of my
right.
next turn.
I forgot about that. Before Talon goes, several more kind of jump out of the trees.
Look at Bone Devil. Bone Devil, yep.
Yeah, I will, as they're popping out, if nobody else sees them, I'll shout out the positions.
Okay.
That there's more in the trees.
And one of the Barb Devils comes running up. 5, 10, 20, 5. And it tries to kind of attack Ellen. Hits with a claw. Swings with another claw. Hits. And a tail attack. The Bone Devil there kind of jumps down out of the tree. Kind of lands on the ground there. See it scurrying across. Right there. So he's just within distance of you, Haleth. You see his tail swings. No, I'm sorry, that was his. So he's wearing a weird-looking hat.
Does it rival Ren's?
It does, actually. I think maybe not. Talon's up. I'll find the description of the hat for you.
Well, as a bonus action, I will cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay. hat looks like one of those Japanese warriors, the ones, the terracotta warriors. You know, their hats that they have. That's what it looks like. And then upside down A.
And for Dread Ambusher, since this is the first round, I get an additional 10 to my walking speed, which gives me 35. And then Zephyr Strike also gives me an additional 30. So Talon's getting the hang out of dodge.
Alrighty.
With my little dragon on my shoulder. And then I'll turn around and take a shot.
Do any of those do attack of opportunities on you or no? I can't.
No, sir, because the Zephyr Strike means that they does not. My movement does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Thank you.
Until the spell ends. But I get the additional 30, and I could do some force damage on this one if I hit.
Okay.
Pull my arrow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, freaking.
That's a hit.
Yeah, but still.
Probably can't miss him.
Let's see. Which one is it?
You hit
there it is. I mean, I know he gets multi-attack. I think he has 2 attacks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look at there. Bam!
Nice. So that one's dead.
And, ooh. Guess I'll shoot at that. You know what? Oh. I'll shoot at that guy.
He actually gets a 3rd attack too because of the Dread Ambusher.
Yep, he does. Did that hit?
Oh, which one were you shooting at?
That missed. Okay. I'll pump another shot at him. Jesus. Alright, well, at least I got the hell out of dodge. Oh, wait a minute. I could do advantage on one of my attacks, so I'll take that too. Can I retcon that and do one more roll on the
I haven't started the
Bone
next
Devil?
one, so.
Okay, that settles it.
Alrighty. You
nice job, Talon.
Aelith, you see the Bone Devil turns around and he says something in infernal language that you guys don't know, obviously, and he yells to the others, and you immediately see all the other devils kind of respond back in the same language back to them. This one comes running across towards them. Merrick.
All right, my horse up to there.
Uh-huh.
Go to there. I have that much movement?
Yep.
Three attacks now.
Nice. That's a hit.
You taking notes, Talon?
Well, missed once. Puff's turn.
Puff. Puff is riding along, right?
He is.
Alrighty.
I think I played that wrong, but that's okay.
Alright.
I screwed all kinds of shit up there.
No worries.
You should be here.
Talon's still alive, though,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Yeah, maybe putting somebody else's stuff, man.
It is hard. Alright, so this Barb Devil comes running behind Merrick. As he does, he claws at Merrick.
Great.
And he claws again. And he swings with his tail.
Don't forget your new ring.
I'll shield that.
Okay, sounds good. So you shield that, and as the shield goes up, it blocks off the tail.
Hold on.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, I thought I unlearned it.
Running. This one flies out of the tree and continues to fly. Right there. It attacks.
How high up is it, Greg? Just curious.
20 feet. 10 feet, sorry, 10 feet. Close to the ground. You could hit it. Misses. First attack. Claw. Again with the second. Misses with the second. And tries to sting with its tail. Misses with...
That was an excellent shield.
Spaz moves are there. It's like, you guys should have listened to me this morning when I was talking to you about killing bone devils and stuff. And you would have had extra hit points right now, but I didn't tell you that.
How come you didn't give us a speech this morning?
The one time.
Well, sorry, Merrick.
Of course you are.
Oh, yeah, I got that spell too. I don't have banish though. Wow, I could have that spell too. Oh, shit. Oh, do I do this or not?
Of course.
I can,
It's the Spaz way.
well, I could do hypnotic pattern, or I could really goof them up and do reverse gravity.
I think some of them are flying, right? The bone ones, but the other ones aren't.
Right.
Yeah, but this is a perfect one to give them like 100 points. They'd fly up straight up in the air. I don't know. I'll just keep it simple right now. Let's do a hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
It would be the least harmful to my poor buddy Merrick.
But you know he's going to fail his saving throw.
Probably
He's
so.
probably going to be the only one to fail his saving throw.
And Merrick failed.
There's a couple failures.
Merrick, do you
Well,
want...
I don't know if you want to let him roll his own or not.
You rolled
Holy
an 18.
crap.
You
I rolled an 18 and failed.
He failed. He's more than welcome to
I
roll
don't think
his
I
own.
can do better than that.
All right, that's my spell, but I got something else for you.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh. Can you roll a 5d6 for me?
Oh man,
Oh,
Oh
my
no!
goodness.
I'm within range.
Yeah, who's close? Alright. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so, Spaz, that's it for your turn?
That's cool.
Yeah, that'll come into play later.
All right. Yep. I think that's it for me right now.
Okay.
Oh, that guy, that Bone Devil's asleep, huh?
He's incapacitated right now.
Just staring off.
Alright, so that's 25. Can I, if he's sleeping and he's still flying, right?
No, I would have him float down to the ground.
Float down. Okay.
Did you get all of them? You did, didn't you? Almost. Oh,
I got the Barb Devil, a Bone Devil,
Sorry.
a Barb Devil,
That's good. Alright.
Jeez, I had enough to pass.
and
with
Merrick.
my stupid -1.
I know.
Because I see 18 succeeds.
Right.
Alright. I am going to. Actually, I'll go right here. No, I'll stay there. I don't want that guy going around me. I should have found a way to hit Merrick, but I didn't think of it in time.
Gotcha.
Alright. I'm gonna hit this Bone Devil.
Well, maybe that Bone Devil will hit him for you.
Oh, nice.
That's what a paladin's
I'm
there
gonna,
for, brother.
I'm gonna smite level 3.
Okay.
Bring the pain train.
Here it comes.
Nice.
That's a lot of damage, and he's still up.
Alright, I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do great weapon on this one.
Here's a question: because that Holy Avenger, does it do extra damage to certain types?
Undead. It does to undead only.
Just undead. It doesn't
Yeah.
do anything to fiends or.
Nope.
Alright, so that was a miss. That was my turn.
Alright. Sounds good. Lilith.
I'm going to step forward, smack Merrick, use my my action.
Alright. Sounds good.
Wake up! And then I am going to disengage.
Alright. Sounds good.
I'm
Are
not sure
those
it worked
trees
or
right
not.
there?
They're kind of like bushes. Those the green that's just to the northeast, west of you. Those are kind of like bushes. They're like 4 or 5 feet high.
Right, and then I'm just going to run back that direction.
Gotcha. And then as you're kind of running away, you hear in your head, "Just give it to us. It's all we want. We'll leave you alone. Give us the item.
What is it you want?
What's in your bag?"
I've got a lot of stuff in my bag. Do you want my action figures?
No. Give us the rod.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So this one kind of goes running across. Oh no, this is the one that's still alive.
Did I wake up by that nudging?
You did.
Okay, good.
Yep.
That was an action, right?
Yes.
To wake
Yep.
up. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yep,
I thought.
You're right. So this one flies straight kind of up in a diagonal. He will move through your guys' space, so if you need to do your attacks of opportunity against him, you can. It's a miss.
Man, some horrible rolls.
Oh, nice, Merrick. Quadruple damage.
So how do I do that?
So I don't know of any way you can do it unless you can you right click on it to add dice? Will that work? I don't know if it'll critical though.
You can just do crit damage twice, maybe.
You could.
It will. If he right clicks to adds them, it will critical them.
So
I believe.
just add one die and drop it on there, and that'll be 4 total, right? I think, would that be right? No. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. So just go ahead and roll, and then we'll re-roll your damage die.
Okay.
2 more damage die. Just do a regular roll, and then we'll add just roll another 2d8s. Nice. So it's 11. So yeah. So that kills him as he tries to fly over. As he does, he disappears, but this helmet falls to the ground. Ellen.
Talon sees he's moving in on the. Oh, that's that dude's riding away. He'll take a shot at this bearded devil here.
Okay.
Bonus action, he'll do Hunter's Mark.
Uh-huh.
And do I dare? I don't know what his bonus is. I'm gonna do sharpshooter on this guy. Or try.
Hit.
Oh, it's going above him. Okay. I couldn't tell if I was hitting or not.
Oh yeah, it's above it. Yeah.
Did I put Hunter's Mark on? No. All right, sharpshooter. Oh, I do have Hunter's Mark. Okay, then I was shooting.
Okay. Nice. Alright.
I'm just gonna attack the big guy behind me.
Alrighty. Good. Nice. Second it. Third hit. Puff's just chilling.
Puff is chilling.
Bearded dude steps into there. Tries to hit you with his beard. Merrick. He misses. Takes a stab at you. His glaive. He misses. He turns around and takes a stab at Ren. Misses. This one's incapacitated as well. Bone Devil is not anymore because he got hit.
Well, he did. I guess he did.
Yeah, he did.
The big guy?
You hit the big guy.
I hit him.
You see, he immediately takes off and flies towards Haleth.
You need to add a minor illusion element to that with like little arrows over their head, Spaz. I do that too sometimes.
It's a hit. Nice hit. It happens. Haleth, he lands down right in front of you and he looks at you and he says, "Give it to me."
Never.
He swings out with a claw and he misses with the first. Swings out with a second. Misses with the second. And then his tail comes whipping around. He hits. As it does, you immediately feel this coldness kind of course through you.
Ooh.
Constitution saving throw. You okay with that? Oh, you didn't see it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's my fault.
Subtle.
No,
Poison
I'll
damage.
use my inspiration, maybe.
Alright. Nice. And as you feel it kind of course through you, it disappears, and he says, "I don't want to kill you, just give it to me." Spaz?
I'll take my reaction
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right. I forgot
move.
about that. Yep, go for it.
Spaz cast Fireball.
I could actually go one more, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I do not know why they had advantage.
I do.
Oh, dirty birds.
Yep, Dirty Birds is right. Instant to magic. So you hit them with the fireball, and as you do, you see they take no damage. And the little barbed one looks back to you and he kind of cackles.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
Then Spaz moves back a little further.
Run away! Run away!
Right. Ren?
Well, at least until my concentration, I can end my concentration.
Right.
Move to there. I'll attack this guy.
Alrighty.
I did 15 foot of movement. I'm going to move again.
No worries. Hit. Nice.
So that'll put me at 55 using Black Angus.
Oh, I forgot you were mounted. That's right. Yep.
Alright, so get one additional attack because I killed somebody with my great weapon deal.
Okay.
And then I get my other attack. I'm gonna level 3 smite.
Okay. Nice.
I get my one attack for killing somebody.
Yep.
You smite that bitch again if you want to.
Yeah, level 2 smite.
All right.
Hopefully it's enough.
There you go.
It is. Nice
Holy
job.
crap. That's amazing.
That's what pallies do.
Yep. Especially at the higher levels, right?
Burning spells like they're going out of style.
Good news is only like 3 more encounters left.
That's the reason why I like my pally lock, because I get those back on a short rest.
Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Haleth.
All of my planning just went out the window because Ren just destroyed everything. So I'll just take up pots. No, that's awesome because he was coming after me.
Nice hit.
Which one are you
bonus action.
attacking?
Nice.
The one down in front of Ren. Hey, Talon.
What's up?
What you doing?
I'm still hanging out here. I took 10 points of damage. I think I might have to use my Cure Wounds wand. Do a mass heal.
Suddenly, see this one runs backwards right about there. As he does, he kind of takes his hands and sort of makes a circular motion and forms this ball of flame. And he lobs it like a catapult. And you see it go up and over your head, Merrick, and it comes right towards Haleth. And it misses as it hits the ground and explodes into a ball of fire.
Can I evade that?
Yeah, no, it's just just an attack. It's not
okay.
a big fireball. It's just a small little ball of fire.
I was thinking to say, get away from me, Haleth.
Alan.
Yep, as a bonus action, I move my Hunter's Mark over to Barb Devil number 19.
Okay, the one that just threw the big fire.
Yep, the one that threw the fireball.
Yep.
Going sharpshooter him.
Okay. Hit. Alright, 18 is still available. Wisely runs around Ren. Oh my god. He does the same. He throws a ball of fire at Haleth. Oh, this is... Oh my god. Wow. Alright, cool. So he's exhausted times 2.
That's what these devil guys get for attacking in the sunlight.
Right? Exactly. Eric's up. Wow, nice hit. Get inspiration too. Oops, sorry. I was adding it when you were.
Then as a bonus action... Oh no, I don't get a bonus action if I take the 3 attacks, do I?
Nope. And then, just so you know, though, we didn't do it with the last one because you killed it so fast, but those Sword of Aqua, if you score a critical hit, the creature you hit must do a strength saving throw or be suffered by the effects of the wind.
Oh, okay.
So, I can... Which one were you attacking again? I'm sorry.
Well, that's 15.
15? Okay, thanks. He succeeds, so... Go ahead, and you said you had one more attack, or no? Sorry.
No, I took all
You
3.
took it? Okay, gotcha. I assume Puff still hangs on your shoulder.
Puff does.
This one runs past you. Nice. Runs up right next to Haleth and kind of scratches at her bag and says, "Give it to me! Give it to me!"
I'll use my reaction.
Alrighty. Passes up.
What is Spaz gonna do? So there's only one that's up under hypnotic pattern right now.
Correct.
Yep, because somebody kept hitting them.
Well, they were all right beside me. What do you want me to do?
Hit the ones that are running after me?
I don't even have to be close to throw those fireballs at you.
Yeah, I'm in that circle.
That's a big circle.
Wow, that's a big circle.
That's a really big circle.
A 50-foot radius.
That is 50
I'm
feet.
still
I
still in
agree.
the circle, Spaz.
I mean, remember, is a radius just 50 feet straight out, right? Or is that...
No, you got it right. That's right. It's 50 feet radius is straight out.
Still in the circle.
I'm moving the circle around, see what I could do.
It's all right. You can drop it on us if you want.
Well, you get a chance to make a dex to save, but I know that's not your strong point.
Oh, I got the Ring of Evasion, so I'm good.
You know you want to capture Talon in that.
Yeah, right.
Get Merrick in it.
Plus, it counts as role playing for you.
Okay. So I try concentration on the
All right.
Freaking hypnotic pattern, and I cast it's a brand new spell. I had to try it out.
All right.
I cast reverse gravity.
Sounds good. Have a D4 when you have a chance.
Am I in it?
No, you're out of it. All right.
All right, so yeah, I don't have a effect set up for this thing yet. It didn't come with a drug spillover,
No
but
worries.
everybody has to make any in that circle has to make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object to avoid falling straight up 100 feet.
All right. And there's 3 of them. Over there.
It's a shame there's not a ceiling there, because if they run into the ceiling, they hit the ceiling, and then I can drop concentration, and they can fall to the ground. But
Nice.
I'm just going to get half the effect out of it.
So, what's your DC? 18, right?
Yes, sir. And I'll set one up for this thing.
They're at advantage because they're magical resistant. 7 saves.
Damn it. Well, he's hanging on.
He's hanging on, right? 18. He's exhausted. Oh, it's for checks. He fails. So 18 fails. Who was the last one? 1 second. 15. Well, that's one I just rolled. Right? Oh, I rolled 7. So he saved as well. So the only one that was affected from the devils was 18. So he flies up 100 feet.
Oh, I got a 20.
Nice.
I'm on my horse, though, so I don't know what I'm grabbing. Just to be fair.
Your horse?
Your horse is grabbing the dirt, I guess.
Okay.
That's an interesting question, actually. We'd probably have to do that. He's a... What is he considered? A warhorse?
Yeah.
Row. Are you got mounted? You got the mounted combat thing?
Yeah, it's a warhorse, so he does have mounted combat.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just saying, does he have that feat?
No, but he can probably grab the ground with his mouth. That's what I'm
Right.
thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. Do you want to roll it, or do you want me to roll it?
Those plants have deep roots. I'll roll it. You know, I'm popping it up.
I'm picturing this. The horse holding on to the grass by his teeth. Get rid
Mr.
hanging
Ed.
onto the saddle.
Mr. Ed.
All right, it's a +1. That's not gonna give it. I don't think so.
He's just trying to eat some grass.
Need a 20.
What's the name of your horse?
Oh, look at
man,
that!
20 +1, baby. 2
The
20s in a row.
horse grabs onto the to the grass. It's extended by its neck. All right.
Mic drop. I'm going home for the night.
220. You rolled 2 20s. Natural 20s. All right. So the only one that's affected is 18.
Is that the one that was incapacitated?
No, that wasn't. No, that wasn't. 7 was the one incapacitated. So 18 is the one who went all the way up. So he's 100 feet up, right?
He is 100 feet up.
All right. Sounds good.
He fell 100 feet up.
Fell 100 feet up. So he's just floating up there. All right, Ren, as you're hanging on to your horse.
Oh, let's don't talk. Let's see here. What am I gonna do here? Well, the gravity's still reversed, right?
It is.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, so I can't really move or nothing.
No, you're kind of stuck there. Can you cast a spell?
Could, but it's not really my strong point. The one closest to Talon, is that one?
That one's holding on to the ground.
That one's holding on like that?
So the one that's upside down is the one that's all the way up.
Okay. I'd probably have to do like some kind of crazy concentration if I cast a spell level. Because I'm literally holding onto my horse for my dear life. I think I'm just gonna like try and dodge or like steady myself or like use my action to just make sure I don't go anywhere.
Alright, sounds good. Nothing can get to you anyways. How long does it last? A minute?
Yes, it does.
Alright. So they have to hang on to that object that whole time then. Alright, okay, cool.
I would assume they could do that, or maybe you can make them like maybe crawl on the ground.
Yeah, try to grab to objects. Or
Try to
something,
grab
like difficult
object to
terrain.
object if there's
Sure.
something for them to grab a hold of.
That's
they
fair.
perceive it.
That's fair.
Here's a crazy question.
Okay.
Okay. How is that going to affect arrows when they're shooting them?
It's a crazy spell. I don't know the answer. I don't know. We're gonna pretend that it's... I don't know. We're just gonna pretend that they work. I'm not sure. This is when we really start getting into the weeds.
Physics.
It actually wouldn't slow down. No, it's not a vacuum, is it?
No, it's not a vacuum. The question is if you're adjusting for drop, I guess. But yeah, we're getting way in the weeds. We're good. They work.
Actually, before I do that, I was right there. They targeted me specifically because they know that somehow I have the rod And the rod is in my bag of holding, right?
Yep.
So can I make the assumption that even if I try to hide, they're still going to somehow know where I'm at because of the rod?
It does make sense, doesn't it?
Alright, so I'm not even going to bother with that then. I don't know what to do. Alright, that one's not affected right there, correct?
Sorry.
The one right in front of you isn't.
Correct. He's just hanging on.
He's shot.
Oh man.
I told
Maybe
you
they-
that
maybe-
gravity was affecting shots.
Maybe it
don't
was. Use my bonus action.
There you go. Nice hit. Damage, huh?
Yeah, it's crap. Don't know where to go. Alright, I'm just coming back that way. Hopefully somebody can help me.
Okay. Alright. "19 runs to here. Throws a flying ball.
That hit me, right?
Yeah.
Can I
sorry,
use
go.
Uncanny Dodge?
Yep, you can. That reduces your damage, right? I forget what it
It halves it.
halves the damage.
Just thinking, where did we all dismount?
For your horses?
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
horse is probably up there
Yep.
too.
Definitely is up
Mine's
there.
flying.
Yep. Both your horses are flying. Alan's is okay. Spaz is probably still on his horse. Ren's okay because he's biting the dirt. But yeah, you got 2 riding horses up high. That's a good point. Thank you. I assume the war horse is just hanging on.
Yeah.
Talon. Risk.
Oh well. Talon's gonna take out dude. Oh no.
Ooh.
The good thing I have this thing called Stalker's Flurry or Slurry, so if I miss, I can still attack.
Yep, that's correct.
Bam,
Oh,
skiddly.
there you go. Nice hit.
I don't reckon he's got anything extra I can add on to that. Oh well.
Okay. So let's see. Yep, 30 feet. All right. So everybody within that red circle, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as suddenly a super bright white light sort of illuminates immediately in front of Haleth to the south. There's this loud, thunderous crack that kind of cracks across the air.
In the tower or in the open?
In the open's fine.
I already hit the tower, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I'll drag it over. And then 11. So as that happens, the light disappears, and you see standing immediately in front of you, Haleth, is a large elven-peering woman who is about 6'5", wears a very nice mithril plate, and has 2 scimitars in her hands, and these scimitars glow a bright white light as they're there. She immediately looks around and looks to you. Dragged in.
Is she with us or against us?
Good question, right? Thought I had her character sheet. She turns to you and says,
Come with me if you want to live. Yeah. Terminator? Maybe?
Yes, Terminator. There you go.
Oh, this is strange. Oh, it's because I don't have a character. Won't let me send anything to you, Greg.
That's all right.
You can't whisper.
Nope.
You can always take Talon.
We have a special on Talon tonight.
Anybody can play a ranger.
Ouch.
Nice.
Make sure you don't edit that one out, Craig.
I'll make sure to keep it in there. It'll be 2 months before it's posted.
You carry with you something that is far more dangerous than you know.
That's what the female says to you, Aelith.
Oh, I thought you were just talking.
Nope.
Oh, I know how dangerous it is. That's why we're trying to keep it away from these devils. And are you friend or foe?
My sword, you said my swords are glowing white?
Yep.
Yep. I'm going to take a 5-foot step this way.
Okay.
She didn't answer. Opportunity attack?
Yep, you can. Absolutely.
Can I get a character sheet?
Yeah, it's open.
I don't see it in the... Let me reopen it.
Yeah, you may have to reopen. Aelith, as you go to take a swing, you see this flame ball comes down and hits the rock next to you from the one that's floating 100 feet up.
It misses me.
Yeah, I missed you. And she's on the combat track.
Well, she's moving towards the devil. I'll hold.
Okay.
Sorry, I just got to get my stuff added in now.
Sure. Eric?
What? Everybody's
over
getting
and-
this cloak of displacement?
I'll move over in front of the one that's down at the bottom there,
Okay.
and then I'll swing at him.
Okay.
Oops, I didn't target him for any of that. Shoot.
Oh, really?
I'll drag it over there.
It would all hit, so you just have to drag the damage.
And he doesn't have to bother about saving against the wind.
There you go. Buffeye's sitting there. And 7 just sort of sit there as they do. Aelith, you hear him say, "You can kill us, but we'll be back."
And we'll kill you again.
Stop chasing you.
It'll be fun.
So, Barb Devil 7, what is it holding on to?
Some grass, dirt, rock, something like that.
Well, take your pick.
Rock.
Damn it.
There's no dirt, grass there.
Move up to there.
Sounds like Spaz went with scissors.
What kind of rock?
That big boulder next to it.
Is it a big rock or a little rock?
Looks like a big rock. But what would you like to do?
I was thinking about doing some acid splash maybe on it where it eats into the rock and he has to let go.
You bet. Doing a attack, just attack roll out in the thing. Is it acid blast? Oh, does it a dex save? I forget what.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Yeah, go ahead
Which
and roll.
they have advantage on.
Roll the damage just out in the open. You're trying to get the rock, right?
Yeah, I'm aiming for the rock itself.
All right. It has hit points of 10.
Hit points of 10?
Yep.
Alright.
There you go. 11. So he all of a sudden kind of grasps quickly at the rock and is unable to grab onto it and flies up to 100 feet up. Emerson, you can take attack of opportunity if you want. Oh, actually, no. I
Force movement.
Yep, never mind. Thank you. Alright, Ren. Hanging on to that horse?
Yeah, I'm just holding on to that horse with my thighs.
Nice.
Yeah, thigh master. Good for the glutes.
What was her name? Lori Summers? She'd be so proud of you. Was it Lori? I can't remember who it was.
Susan.
Susan, thank you.
Actually, Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Chrissy.
Yes. Alright, Hale.
Sorry. Right. Gonna continue my trek down this direction.
Okay.
Is this person considered... Oh wait, that thing flew up?
Yeah, it's 100 feet up now. It has burnt the rock.
For some reason, I thought it was the other one. Can I shoot the other one before I move?
Sure. Oh my god. Oh, I think it's the displaced target.
That shouldn't be. Then I don't have something correct on there. That should only be targeting me.
Well, you put it on everybody.
I know,
so.
but it's supposed to be because I have displaced on me. It's like hex. I put it on me, and it should only be affecting if it's targeting me, or anything that has displaced on it.
Is it a cloak of displacement you're wearing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you ain't got it coded right. Whole thing.
I put it on for skip. Go ahead and retry again, Halo. No big deal. We didn't have a chance to test it. Hands. That's a hit. Nice.
And I'll use my bonus action to reload.
Sounds good. Warhorse is still hanging on tight. The mission. Sorry, it's Themison, right?
That thing's 100 feet up, right?
Yep.
Which the one up north is not.
It is not. Hanging on.
Actually, I don't know that circle's there. I just know that thing flew up away from me.
It's true.
Moving there to engage it.
Yep. Go ahead and do a dex save. So,
I will use my Indomitable to re-roll that.
okay.
Not that I'm going to succeed, but
You never know. Yeah, 19 or 20. Alright. She suddenly flies all the way up to the top.
Who's that person? Who's that up there flying? I move my hunter's mark over to this other devil.
Alright. You notice that
Who the devil is that?
Nice. You notice that her swords now are not a bright white light anymore? Is 18. This one. Throws another little flame. Sorry.
I'm removing that.
No problem, buddy. We'll get it figured out. I think it's the caps, I think is what's true. Yeah, with the flame hit you.
Okay, I'll use my uncanny touch.
Strong work.
4 points. Great.
Strong work. Alright, Marek, you're up.
I'm gonna move up beside that guy, and then I'm gonna shoot magic missiles at the floating guy
Alright, sounds good.
at 3rd level, so I'll use 5 of them.
Nice job. Alright. Up high. The flame killeth. Hits.
This one's going to be the max one.
Spaz.
Oh, Spaz's turn. Well, you know, Spaz is getting tired of these devilish beings. So he's going to drop concentration on the gravity thing.
Alrighty. So
I don't know who this other person is, another devil.
Right. I think the it's 1d6 per 10 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
Was it 10d6? Do you mind just grabbing 10d6 and rolling them there?
Oh,
The
sorry,
horror of
disregard.
watching my poor horse
Yes.
plummet from 100 feet in the air.
Yeah. You guys gonna be short a couple horses.
No animals were harmed in the telling of this story.
Alright. And let me make sure nobody has any resistance to bludgeoning. Oh, look at that. Two. Alright.
Damage would a horse landing on somebody do? Because I think I jumped off to my horse pretty close to where that one guy is sort of... Oh, he's floating, isn't he?
Yeah, they're both floating up high. Alright, so
And
everybody's on the ground now.
yep, and let me see what my range to this is. So I will move up there.
Oh, he's getting closer to you, Ren.
And yeah, I am going to cast Mass Suggestion.
Yeah, prone is correct. Mass suggestion. Wow.
And my suggestion is you are all tired and you will lay down on the ground and go to sleep now.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'll succeed.
Yeah, it is what it
Did you roll a
is.
d4?
Not yet.
Okay.
I can only bend luck on one of them. Oh, you know what? I'll bend luck on number 7.
I don't blame you.
That's a minus, so
Yep.
he fails.
Yep, he fails. Said 7, right?
Yes, sir. Will that be it? I gotta see how many points that cost me.
Alright, Ren, you are back on your horse.
Yay. Alright.
You see the...
And as it's a war horse, he's on his high horse.
the two closest
So,
to you are prone.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah, right?
I'll go there and hop off my horse. It's what, half the mount movement or half?
Half
It's
your
like half
speed.
movement. Yeah. But that gives me just the right amount. He's
Oh.
prone, huh?
I ain't interrupt, Greg, but
Please.
freaking Themison, I don't know that she's a good guy or a bad guy. I think she's
Sure.
a bad person.
Right?
So I would, yeah, she would need to make her roll too.
Okay.
You go sleepy, sleepy.
I will attempt to save that as well.
Alright. Okay. Alright, Ren, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this guy.
Nice.
One more. get another attack, but nobody's in range, so it's end of my turn.
Well, you gotta love that plus 18.
Right?
Yeah, Great Weapon Masters. Sweet.
Hit.
Well, I was going to move towards Ren, but that would be 2 steps too close to my buddy.
Spaz?
Yes. So on my way to those bushes over there, I'm going to shoot that one.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Target's frightened. That is gonna matter.
Yeah, I don't get sneak attack though.
Oh yeah. But it still doesn't matter.
I'd get an extra, and actually forgot to use my extra bolt, but it didn't matter.
That's right.
That one's prone, right?
It's unconscious.
It's prone and unconscious.
Alright, I'm just gonna hide then.
That's good.
Didn't he fell 100 feet though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But he landed prone, and then they did mass suggestion.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, I forgot about the mass suggestion.
Spaz is burning through spell slots today.
So with mass suggestion, does he get a roll at the end of his turn?
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Alright, talent.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I was just looking up just to make sure. I'm assuming it's just like suggestion, but I want to make sure.
I'm sure it is. No, I'm sure it is.
Well, Tal looks over at that guy's asleep. He's like, "Heh, you guys got this." And he pulls out the wand to cure wounds, and he casts Cure Wounds on himself.
Alright.
And that's it. Because that's what Metallic would do.
That is.
Nobody argued. Alright, Merrick, you're up.
Well, should we tie this bone devil up or just kill him? What do you guys want me to do? You want me to wake him up or not?
I'd kill him. There's no negotiating with that guy.
He's prone, right?
Yeah, he is prone.
So I should get advantage.
Yep.
And it's a crit, too, on top of it.
Right. Because he's unconscious.
It's a crit? How do you do that?
The plus minus button. You can, and there's another way to do it, but that's the only way I know how to do it. Click the crit button.
Now there's a hotkey for it. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it is.
Alt or...
Which button do I push?
it says critical damage on it, under the modifiers, on that plus minus.
It's the shift key.
Is it the shift?
For,
or you can
yeah,
hold
shift.
shift.
Shift
and-
does crit.
Yeah, you can hold shift and do your damage too. Wow.
What happened there?
You rolled 2 ones.
That was me testing it. Just make
Yeah.
sure it's in the right key.
Because your D4 is bounced off as D8s. So you hit it, it's not unconscious anymore. Still prone though.
Freaking big damage
Wow.
tonight there, Merrick.
Crazy.
It's a new weapon. He's getting used to it.
Yeah, yeah.
At least I'm hitting.
That's true. At least you are hitting. He stands up. He immediately tries to run away from you, Merrick. Nice. See him run over and he picks up this helmet that the one bone devil had dropped. He picks it up and he puts it on his head. As.
Well, I will cast suggestion that he goes back to sleep, or he drops the helmet and then goes back to sleep.
Okay.
And I'm going to bend his luck.
Alrighty.
I guess it don't make no difference, because at 18 he succeeds anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I said I'd do it, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
He still succeeds.
He does. And a D4 for yours.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So he shakes it off, and you're in your mind him say, "Not this time, buddy." Run.
We'll run over. This guy's standing, he's normal. Alright. Take a crack at him.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Alright, everybody gets inspiration.
I'll do level 1 smite.
Alrighty.
So you can only have one inspiration at a time, right?
Correct. Jesus. How did that work? Holy crap. Alright, he's dead.
Yeah, I had the Great Weapon Master, level 1 smite.
That's impressive.
I think you get more damage because he's a fiend or something.
Nice. Alright, cool.
Huh. Look at that. What's that? What was that helmet he was getting? Who's that person on the ground over there? We need to kill them too, don't we?
I think
they were helping us, Spaz.
Let's check her out first and maybe ask her a couple of questions, Spaz.
So I think when you dropped your mass suggestion, right? Or is that a concentration suggestion?
Yeah, it's my mass suggestion.
Yeah, so she's awake. Did you try to suggest?
No, I never dropped it.
Did you try to suggest on the other one though?
I did try to do a suggestion on him. You're right.
Yep. So she's awake.
Normally sleeping now, right? Unless she just instantly wakes up.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work.
Mass suggestion isn't concentration.
Oh, it's not. Never mind. So she's still asleep then.
I'm surprised.
I'll shake her and see if she wakes up.
Okay. All right. See.
Well, shit, it isn't.
That's crazy. That's cool. All right. So she wakes up.
Wait.
Are you
she
all
just
right?
showed up in the middle of all of this with some big flashing light, and we're just gonna wake her up.
Well, she attacked one of them devils. You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Shaking me doesn't wake me up, according to the spell.
Oh, really?
You have to damage them. If you or your companion damages them, then it ends the spell early.
Alright, so you shake her, she doesn't wake up.
Right, let's slap these manacles on her.
Alrighty.
We'll take her for a prisoner.
What magic items does she have?
She has nice magic items. Quick displacement. She has some fancy looking swords that glow.
It looked like she was trying to help us, guys.
I didn't see that.
I said the devils. Maybe we shouldn't loot her just yet.
I wouldn't loot her.
Well, she was standing right in front of Haleth and never took a swing at her, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
she's not
but when she
bad.
showed up, like this big flash of light popped up, and I felt kind of sick at that moment.
Maybe
I kinda
Helith
shook
was
it off.
hiding and she didn't see her.
No, she spoke directly to me and said that we've got an item that is much more powerful than we know, and I know that the rod that we have is pretty powerful.
I'm just going to say to Haleth, just give it to me.
She's a spy then.
Maybe you don't want to carry the rod, Haleth. I don't know if you
I'd say you give it a towel.
if you really want to carry it around.
What do you suggest we do with it? This is such a powerful item.
Well, I can carry it, or Ren can carry it. At least, you know, we're not going to die quickly.
Did I die? I'm not the one that fell asleep on the battlefield.
Neither did I. I got hypnotized.
I had to slap you upside the head to wake you up.
I got hypnotized. I wasn't asleep.
Hang on for a second. I'll wake her up.
Where'd you cast that on the lady?
I cast it on her.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. So you see a large gust of wind goes blowing towards her, and let's see. You technically have to make a strength saving throw, but she's unconscious, so I don't think she can make that.
It's not doing any damage, so that's not doing anything.
Did somebody attack me? It says they attacked me.
I'm testing my thing,
You just tested.
Bailey, so nothing to it. I'm just seeing if the effect works, and it seemed to.
Okay, no problem.
So she slides 5 feet and bumps into Merrick. Merrick have to make the roll too? Yep.
But roll.
Actually, Ren, Merrick, and Haleth all would have to make a strength saving throw.
Strength?
Yeah, as a large gust of wind gets blown from the Wad of Wonder from Spaz.
Way to go, Spaz.
Alright.
Can you not blow your wad of wonder all over me, please?
We all have these like special rods.
God almighty. So, alright, so you all get blown.
That's
15 feet.
That sounds bad.
It does, right? Alright, and...
Like a 12-year-old.
You're right, it doesn't take any damage. Interesting. Alright, so there you go.
Do you want to keep carrying the rod, Haleth? It's up to you.
Right. Alright, Ren, what was your roll? I didn't even see what you... Alright, you're fine. So, Ren, you're okay.
I mean, we were able to keep them away from you this time, but you know, next time there might be 10 of them and they all get on you right at once. So
How do you know there's going to be a next time?
Hey, you know there's going to be 10 of them.
they told us there was going to be a
I
next
think
time.
Merrick's a spy.
Of course.
You're the one that just hit him with your wand of wonder.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
just saying they were chasing you all over the place, Haleth. Is that what you want?
Why do you want it so bad, Merrick?
I don't want it, but so bad. You keep it. Go ahead. I don't care.
Alright, so as you guys are having this discussion in the wind, I need you both to make another strength saving throw. As the wind continues to blow towards you. Ren, that would be you too. Alright, Merrick, you're able to hold against the wind. Haleth, you are too. Ren, not so good. Merrick, as you hold, you feel the body of this lady kind of wraps around your legs as she's being blown in your direction.
So I guess I didn't get a chance to move. I'll stay right there.
Yeah, you can move. It's difficult terrain to move up into the wind. As you see, Spaz is probably pointing at you and looking the other direction or something. I'm not sure what he's doing.
He's looking at two directions at once.
I get out of the wind.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Spaz, can you turn it off?
I turned the wand to the north.
Like, don't point that thing at me.
And points it towards Talon and myself.
I turned it north
Alright.
east.
I gotcha. Alan doesn't succeed.
I don't know about Puff.
Puff probably won't either. What happens when you're flying? Puff definitely.
It's so you see Spaz just like swinging the wand all over the place. I'm sorry. He turns it off.
All right.
Now I'm supposed to wake her up.
She's shackled, kind of skid across the ground. She's got dirt all in her hair and all over her clothes from dragging across the ground.
Is she awake?
She didn't take any damage.
Wait, use my wand again?
Can I just punch her?
Yeah.
Like slap her?
Yep, you can. It'd be your strength modifier. Whatever.
It's a -1, so it'd be 1.
1, yeah. So she takes 1 point.
I heal 1 point of damage from her smack? Sweet.
Yep. So she smacks you.
So we've got her manacled, we're smacking her, we've beat her with the wand of wonder.
She wakes up, she's covered in dirt.
I've seen this movie before.
Not to mention she got,
I'm just
sent
walking
up
away
100
shaking
feet
my
and then
head at the
dropped.
Right, exactly. Probably like, I don't know if I'm going to join these people.
Welcome to the
Back where I
Magnificent
came
Seven.
from.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I eventually take 1 point of damage from Halo beating on me enough?
Yeah, I gave you 1 point already.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did. Yep.
I decided Hala's distrust of me is quite shocking since we've been together as partners for so long. So I'm kind of disappointed, hanging my head.
I'm standing over her, staring at her, trying to interrogate her. Who are you?
I'm feeling a lot of pain at the moment. I'll finally say, my name is Themyscinian. I am the daughter of Themis.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do it in the tower. I'll do it.
All right. You don't have any clue whether she's telling the truth or not.
Your name ain't Themyscinian.
I'll try an insight.
All right. Yes. Yes. Ryan, you don't have a clue either.
I'm a healer.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
But why are you yelling her? She might be a spy.
She was helping us. Let's show good faith, and maybe we'll pay back. Plus, I want to learn that lightning move.
You want to trust everybody.
I have been sent here because an item was activated that she is carrying, and I point with my manacled hands at Halo.
Well, who sent you? And how do you know I have it?
Themis sent me, and I can sense it.
Who now?
Themis.
I've never heard of this Themis.
The god of law. The goddess of law. And, Greg, I can't remember the other guy's name, the main guy. the wind
Icostas.
guy. Icostas? Yes. Icostas asked Themis to send someone here to assist in this new battle against Chaos. And I was that chosen one.
So are you here to help us?
I am here to battle the forces of Chaos.
That's not what I asked, though. Are you here to help us?
If you are battling the forces of Chaos, then I am helping you. Or
I
you are
battle
helping
chaos
me.
all the time. Will you swear your allegiance to me, your leader of the Magnificent Seven?
I swear my allegiance to Themis only.
I say we kill her.
If she's against chaos, she's probably gonna try and kill you, Spaz.
That's why I gotta kill her. You need to kill her
You know,
before
I
she
was
kills me.
thinking that, but I wasn't going to say anything.
I was thinking it too.
Like, if anybody embodies chaos more than Spaz, I don't know about it. I realize that some of you may be leaning towards the forces of chaos, but I assure you that this is one battle you do not want to side with them on.
Who's them?
What is the name of that spider?
Ishka?
Ishka. Ishka and her forces are not somebody that you wish to be partnered with.
Okay, I'm convinced. As long as you work for me, you're good. We need to take those shackles off.
I'm looking around the group like I don't understand why he's the one talking.
Because he's our leader?
Yeah. He gives inspiring speeches too.
I'm just going to mutter under my breath, Themis, why me?
And speaking of inspiring speeches, I'm gonna tell you how great I am and what we need to do for leadership around here.
Did they take the shackles off?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay.
You hear nothing in return when you say your prayer to the Themis.
I'm going to use my hit dice while Spaz is talking.
Okay.
And as I'm doing this, of course, Talon walks away.
Can these be removed from me, please? I'm going to attempt to stand up while I'm asking that.
All right.
Yeah, Ren? You think we should? Alright, I'll remove him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. She helped us.
We actually went to a combat and Spaz didn't take any damage.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes,
Well,
but you did kill half your, almost kill half your party again. Well, one person anyway.
Well, the horses don't
actually,
count.
Ren didn't go up, did he? I'm going to walk over and pick up my swords.
Okay. So as you pick up your swords, you do see that they are glowing white as you pick them up.
Kind of don't find that surprising after the last couple of minutes.
Right?
So what's up with this helmet over here?
You don't see a helmet.
I didn't want it anyways. I like my steel pot. And I look at the Thelmus and I'm like, you know, you really could use one of these steel pots on your head. You took a mighty bad fall.
I'm gonna try to get a private conversation with Nemesis if I can. Sometime. Is she gonna stay with us?
Where it goes, I will go because that's where chaos will be.
Then maybe when we set up camp, I'm gonna get a private conversation with you if I can.
So she hadn't been in the party for frickin' 30 seconds and Merrick's already trying to put the moves on her.
Yep, he's already putting the moves on her. Rico Suave, can't help it.
I'm going to walk up next to Merrick,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at his swords and say, I see you've been blessed by I don't know how to say that name.
Acosta Seal?
Acosta Seal.
Yes.
And I will nod and bow to him a little bit.
Okay.
I'll nod back and then I'm gonna whisper this.
Okay.
Can I see it?
Yes, you can actually.
Yes, now she's spying on me. She doesn't want to be anything to do with me, and then she wants to spy on me. I don't get this, Haleth.
Nothing gets past Haleth.
That's how relationships work, you know. The women say they don't like this and don't like you, and then they do secretly like you, and then they don't secretly like you, and they say they like you.
That's very sexist.
It's like
And
being in high school.
it's not that I don't want anything to do with you. You were just very, like, give me the rod out of nowhere.
Not out of nowhere. I just noticed how much they were chasing you, and you were running away all the time, and you didn't get to do your normal big attacks. It just wasn't good for the group, but you keep the rod. It's fine. I don't want it.
Well, I am keeping it. And I did fine.
Good. Yeah, for now, yeah. That's good. Keep it.
I'd prefer if I could take the rod. I can take a better beating.
I will be fine to hand it over. But what about that helmet that you're asking about?
I don't know about it yet, because Demis hasn't said anything.
Sorry, I'm a little slow on something there.
It is concerning if they're coming after you like that, Haleth, nonstop.
Yeah, I know. They kept telling me in my head that they didn't want to kill me if I just turned it over to them, but they were demons. And devils, I guess. Don't know. I've never run into them before.
I'm going to look at Merrick and say I have no idea what it is.
Not about what Demis told me, but about the conversation Ren and Aelith are having.
Sure.
I'm just shaking my head.
I get it.
Try to do the same thing, and I get shit on. That's it. I'm not saying another word.
Not your night, is it?
Nope.
I probably missed something good, didn't I?
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Just a vote for a new leader. It was a lack of confidence vote. We're in Canada now, so sorry.
Or the UK.
I'm gonna ask Kayla if she can do an identify spell on the helmet.
So he pulls out this helmet.
That you were hiding from us? I'll sit down
No, I wasn't
and pull out a
hiding
book.
I just wanted to know about it first.
As I'm like pulling the ritual book out so that I can cast a spell,
Yeah.
I'll
You
pull
want that too?
the rod out.
Okay.
They even were able to track it even though it was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What was that guy's name?
Of course they can. Like myself, they're attuned to these items and they can sense them wherever they are.
I've never heard of anything like that. How can they be attuned to this rod? Do they
Maybe-
have one of the other pieces? Because didn't we find out information in one of the tombs that...
That's correct. You're right.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not using the proper word. Because they are so aligned with it, they can sense it wherever it is.
Sorry.
Much like the opposite reason why I can sense it is because I am diametrically opposed to it and what it represents. And I've been granted the ability to track it by Themis.
So are you a cleric of this Themis?
No, I am. What is the term? Avatar? No. Champion of Themis. So indirectly, I am the chosen champion of Iskatal.
Icosacil?
Yes, that too.
They pronounce it differently where he's from.
I'll pull
Good character,
the
bad player.
I'll hand the rod, just like hand it out, whether Ren or towards Merrick, whoever wants to take it.
You got the
turn
higher
away.
AC, Merrick.
I just turn away. I don't
I'll
want
hand
the
it to
rod.
Ren then.
I do not want it.
Alright. I'll take the rod.
Who has the higher AC, you or me?
You do, so it's probably best if you have it.
I got a lot of health too.
Yeah, you want to take it?
Sure, I'll take it from you.
I'll give Merrick the rod.
I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah. I can't
Alright.
play this when I haven't had much sleep.
I get it. I really understand. All
Which was that? What was the name of that X guy that was the magnetic guy? Oh, Magneto. There you
Yeah,
go.
Magneto.
That's what that helmet looks like.
That's what I thought when I saw it.
I still think it's the reverse Avengers.
I put the rod of 7 parts in the party sheet. You might have to scroll down to find it. It looks like, well, after 10 minutes or 11
Yep.
minutes, it looks like this is a helm of teleportation. I guess that's how they were like zipping around.
I don't see the rod of 7 parts. Has it got a what does it start with?
Part of rod of 7 parts. I didn't name it that. That was all great.
Yeah, who named that thing? Who named that? Terrible. One of my late night namings, I think.
So it's a helm of teleportation.
Cool. Who wants that? Spaz?
What can you do with it? Let's see.
You can cast teleport up to 3 times a day.
I think you got tuned to it, though, don't you?
Yes.
I don't need it.
Is it in my... There it is.
The teleport, it's like the teleport spell. So that means
You could take up to 8
Nice.
people. There's a chance that you could have a
It's not an attunement thing either.
Yeah, it is attunement. A rarity. Requires attunement.
Yeah, I don't want to wear it.
I can hold on to it and then use that later if we need to.
yeah.
Get into it.
Well, my first thought is, oh my god, where would Spaz end up taking us? Because
Sorry.
it could be anywhere.
Wherever it'd be fun.
That's what I thought. I could just picture somebody like throwing it over their shoulder, like, we don't need this thing.
Somebody's going to want it. In the
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I know.
Into the party sheet.
Russell, how do you say your name again?
Themyscinian.
Is it okay if I use Themi for short? Just throwing it out there.
Yes, you may call me Themyscinian. Or if you must, you may call me the daughter of Themis.
Themis Minion? Minion?
Themyscinian.
Anything with like one syllable? Asking for a friend. Spaz.
Kind of like Spaz.
What do you know about the coming fight then?
The fight between law and chaos. It cycles when the forces of one side or the other become too powerful in the material plane, then the other side must enter the realm to equal it out and try to force back a balance.
And how does Caius play into that?
He is someone I've never heard of. I have no idea who or what he is or it is.
The Green Worm God.
Hey, don't feel bad. I don't know who he is either.
I assume it's part of the Army of Chaos, since I've never heard of him, but it's possible that he could be someone for the forces of law that I just don't know about. I was just told by Themis to come here and assist the holder of the rod in the battle, in the coming battle for the balance between law and order and chaos. So I'm assuming that you all are actively pursuing the rod so that you can defeat Chaos and all of its minions, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a Cliff Notes version. Right now, we gotta go find this tensor guy.
Who is this tensor?
He's a mage we're looking for.
Yeah, he's a powerful mage that we're seeking out to get some more information about this rod and other things.
Then I shall accompany you.
So you have 2 dead horses. So 3 of the 6 are not on any sort of mount.
I'll go over and, yeah, that's a mess.
Not pretty.
Yeah, resurrection ain't gonna help.
Not when there's no body parts left.
My medicine check's only a +1 to Haleth, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that.
Didn't it do like 3 times that? Sorry, go ahead, Spence.
No, I'm sorry. It was an accident. I was only trying to save you, Haleth.
Hey, Spence, how many animals did you kill versus horses?
Do what?
Nothing. Somebody can ride Black Angus if they're tired. I can walk a bit.
What time is it?
It's middle to late afternoon. Figure you're probably maybe a couple more hours till town, but you're getting pretty close.
All right, well, why don't we continue on and see how far we can get before nightfall.
Okay. So you guys kind of continue along. As you do, you see that Themyscinian, where are you going to be in the marching order, by the way? Kind of in the middle again, or?
Who's carrying the rod?
Merrick. I am.
I will be walking close to Merrick.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so you guys continue to kind of walk. As you do, you see these swords that, how can we pronounce it? Themyscinian? No, how do you say it again? Themyscinian.
Themyscinian.
Themyscinian. Write this down in my... Themyscinian is, her swords are glowing white as you guys continue to travel.
Well, can you turn those lights off? I'm sure Talon would appreciate it.
They bother him in daylight?
Possibly?
And no, I cannot turn them off.
you guys continue along the road. As you do, you see that this kind of rocky terrain here sort of turns into kind of some gentle hills, and you see some really kind of big, full green trees. And you see there's a coastal village that's right up ahead that you assume is probably Mage Point. You see that as you kind of enter into the village there, you see that the streets are wide and there's lots of greenery that's noted. Kind of along the roads and whatnot. It looks kind of pleasant wooden buildings, kind of feels like peace and ease. And but you see that there's lots of people kind of moving out and about throughout the city there as you guys are entering. You do notice that people are typically dressed in sort of common dress or robes, things like that. You see some people in armor, but not very many as they move through. You do see obviously that this village is doing quite well. You can tell by the way things are looking. North of the village lies sort of in the deep blue waters of the lake. You see there's a rocky island about a half a mile out, and there's this pale blue castle that surrounding a tower that's capped with a faceted dome that glitters like a blue jewel. And you see there's about a 20-foot wide stone causeway that runs from the village half a mile out to the castle.
What time is it?
It's starting to get to be evening. The sun is sort of setting over the lake, and you see kind of it glistens as it across the water. You can see it kind of mixing with a nice orange and blue hue with the castle.
I suggest we find an inn for the night.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Just so that I blend in a little bit more, I will just try to copy some of the clothing of just most of the people that are walking around.
And so you kind of do that, kind of mix in and kind of do that. You do see that, or that being said, there are adventurer type people walking through the town and things like that. As you guys continue to walk through, you see somebody walks up, and it's a young man who's probably in his 20s. Says, "Good day, you're new to the town?"
Good day.
Yes, we are.
Are you looking for someone in particular, or trying to buy some stuff, or you look lost is what I'm trying to tell you.
We got lots of stuff to sell.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I think, don't we, guys?
We don't want to sell too much right now, Talon says.
My name is Brand. Newfist, nice to meet you both.
But better to sell stuff at Greyhawk anyways.
Oh. Well, maybe. It could be. You think Greyhawk's better than Mage Point?
I've never been to Mage Point.
Yes, we never have.
He puts out his arms wide. Welcome to Mage Point.
Are you the welcoming committee?
Sure.
Is there a good inn nearby? Or
Oh, of course. I would highly recommend the All-Seeing Eye. Great inn. Very, very nice. Matter of fact, it's the only inn in the town.
Can I tell if he's trying to BS us?
Yeah, so he seems genuinely truthful and honest. Like, this is unnerving to you because you're not used to people being this genuine and honest. He's like a guy or someone from a small town that leaves the doors unlocked and, doesn't think there's any evil anywhere.
Aelith won't trust him.
Right? He says, just head up the street there. Please, please. You have nothing to worry about. You're in Mage Point.
Okay.
What's your name?
Brand? Newfist?
Brand Newfist.
Sorry, it's New Fist. You must not have heard it through my accent. New Fist. Not New Fist.
We got a whole province of those in Canada.
He's just smiling.
Yeah, smiling.
All right, well, Bran,
Yeah.
we'll head down here, and maybe you can join us later for a drink or something.
Oh, sure. I can do that. I don't make it to the All-Seeing Eye very often, but if you're buying, I'm happy to come down and have a drink.
Sounds good.
Good day. Nice to meet you. Tips his hat.
Hey! Before you take off,
Yeah.
do you know where Tensor lives?
He says, sorry, I didn't mean to giggle a little bit there. You're right, everybody here is interested in Tensor, so that's why Mage Point's here. He kind of reaches his arm out and he points to the castle that's all the way off in the river, in the lake. He's like, he's over there, but he's not home right now. He's off doing some business. He should be back in a week or two. And, who are you?
We're the Magnificent Seven.
See his eyes get big. He says, "The Magnificent Seven?"
Yep.
Yeah.
my
The
God.
Magnificent Seven.
He looks around and somebody's walked by. He's like, these are the ones, Magnificent Seven. This is them. Well,
But there's only 5 of you.
it's a pleasure. And he fixes his shirt, puts out his hand, shakes.
I'll shake his hand.
We're in the market for 2 more. Can I say?
He's like, I've heard all about you guys. You won the Champion Games, and you defeated that huge creature in there. I mean, you guys are heroes.
Well, we try and do our part.
And oh my gosh, and he reaches over and he's like, can I touch it? And he reaches over towards Spaz's helmet.
What? Yes, you can touch it. You know I'm the leader, right?
Yeah, I do. I heard rumors that these prevent people from reading your minds.
Yes, it is. They're all the rage.
I know that they just came into town. They sold out as soon as they came in. It's amazing.
Have you heard You heard my famous song too?
Which one is
You
that?
know, they have dual usage. You can cook in them too.
It's nothing like a multifunctional hat. He goes, it's a pot. He says, it's a pot? It looks like a helmet. Then he kind of goes over and he sticks his hand out to Talon. He's like, and you're Talon?
Oh wait, peasant.
It's like, yep, that's Talon. I'm such a fan. And he's like, oh my gosh. And he kind of reaches in his pockets and he's like, I don't have anything to write with. Do you guys have a pen? Could I get your autographs at least?
I think we got something.
I'm sure we got something we can write with. What do you want us to sign?
He's like, and he kind of reaches and he's like,
Oh yeah, I got parchment paper. I'll take one
oh,
out.
thanks. All of a sudden, you can hear, kind of off in the distance, you can hear people saying, it's the Magnificent Seven, they're in town. And all of a sudden, you guys, after about 3 or 4 minutes, have a group of about 50 people that are surrounding you. And they're all kind of like talking and asking tons of questions about your adventures. And, can't believe it. You got some that are like posing next to you, and others are quickly trying to sketch something on a piece of paper with the two of you together. And you feel people like touching your clothes, and you're like, wow. It gets pretty overwhelming.
I pull out my lute. I start playing my song. I'm a little teapot.
Okay.
I haven't heard this for a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
I'm a little teapot, short and
Oh my gosh, he's gotten better.
Yes, he's gotten way better. It's like perfect. The crowd breaks out in a cheer, and you kind of hear this rolling chorus of "I'm a Little Teapot" occurring in around. So everybody cheers, and it's a general kind of festive atmosphere. As you guys are all doing that, the crowd continues to kind of like swarm around you, and one of them's like, "They're going to the All-Seeing Eye. Just leave them alone. Just let them get a room. Come on, let's go." And so the whole group kind of moves you guys as a group as you're kind of moving down the street.
I'll mingle with the crowd.
Alrighty. You guys notice that Haleth is gone? As you're kind of moving along the street. So you kind of mingle in with the crowd, and you feel them giving you like high fives and asking you questions about, tell me about your horse. What's your horse's name?
Oh, this is Black Angus.
Oh, Black Angus. What a great name. And you see him kind of petting Black Angus, and one of them's like, I heard you got a great sword or something, like a really impressive sword. Can we see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I call it the Holy Avenger.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a great name, too. Then one of them says,
Came up with it myself.
Hey, where's the furry guy?
Yeah, so he didn't make it.
All of a sudden you hear the whole crowd kind of gasp. You see some women crying in the background, and they're like, well, surely there's a Bard's Tale about this, isn't there? And they all look to Spaz. Can you tell us the story?
Yes, I can. So, once upon a time, there was a guy named Snowflake, and he was my friend.
And they all kind of listen intently to your story as you guys continue to move down the street.
And he died. The end.
You hear a couple people kind of clap. Wow. A lot more people crying and tearful, and nice job. So, but you guys all continue kind of along the street, and finally you come up to this inn, and this inn is kind of a beautiful building, to be honest with you, and it even rivals sort of the Gold Dragon Inn back in the city of Greyhawk. It's a sprawling 3-story building, and it has really nice kind of vaulted peaks to it, and there's banners that hang outside, and the windows are all pristinely cleaned, and there's nice brass hangers and things of the sort that are there. It looks like a very nice inn. The group kind of opens up so that they don't go inside, but they're all kind of standing outside the door, and Brand says, here you go, All-Seeing Eye, this is the inn you're at. The people here are very nice. They won't come in and bug you guys too much inside there, so it's pretty full usually at this time of night anyways. And he looks around, he says, what happened to the lady, the elf lady?
She often disappears.
Oh, I see. Huh. Well,
she's probably around somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think somebody was asking about the tax implication.
Tax implication?
Yeah, she kind of borrowed.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. She dodges that, huh? Well, I don't think you're going to have to pay any taxes here.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Well, again, it was nice to meet you all, and sorry about the small welcoming party, but we'd love to hear about you guys' adventures. I mean, you're famous all throughout Greyhawk, you know that.
No, didn't.
Yeah, you guys are famous. Well, have a good eat and sleep.
Have you met Themi?
No, I haven't. Themi is one of your new members?
Yeah.
She just joined us.
She's quiet. Doesn't talk much.
She's prospecting.
I get it. I understand. So, Haleth, as you're kind of 30, 35 feet behind the group. You kind of look around. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Just keeping an eye out to see if there's like anybody, well, first, if there's anybody like from a Thieves Guild or anything like that, keep it in. Just seeing if anybody nefarious that I can pick out in the crowd's following us.
Sure. So as you kind of look, you see no markings or indication of any sort of Thieves Guild or Thieves Cant or any sort of markings of a Thieves Guild in the town here. You don't see anybody that appears to be kind of looking through the group to find a mark or anything like that. So it doesn't appear, at least on your cursory examination of Mage Point, to see that there's a Thieves Guild in town. And then genuinely you see that the people are all very happy and don't appear to have any sort of ill will or intent while they follow the group. They do genuinely seem to be pretty enamored with the Magnificent Seven as you continue to follow them through the area there. As soon as
as soon as the group goes in and the crowd disperses, I'll join them.
Perfect. Sounds good. So the remaining party, you guys enter into the room, and as you do, you see that it kind of opens up into this grand sort of open room, and you see there's a huge ballroom beyond that, and you see some people dancing that's in there, and you see some various tables and whatnot in the lounge area. Whoops, I don't want that. And then you also see that there's sort of a gentleman kind of standing there. He's dressed up very nice in sort of a noble attire. And he looks in your direction and he says, "Good evening. Can I help you?"
We could use rooms for the night.
Yes. And what name should I put it under?
Magnificent Seven.
All of a sudden you see he kind of looks, he says, Sir Merrick, I didn't know that was you. I apologize, please. And he kind of bows.
Quite all right.
He says, your rooms are paid for. You have all the nicest suites. Food too, so if you're hungry or thirsty, please let me know and I'll get you some food and drink.
Oh, it'd be great. I'd like whatever you got on special and on tap, and I'll just have some right now.
Very good, excellent. And you see he kind of speaks to somebody else, says, please. Oh, by the way, I was told as soon as you arrive, I was told to bring you back to the this table. Please follow me.
Okay.
Assume the rest of the group is following as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So Haleth, as a group enters in and you see the crowd sort of disperses, you hear general discussion about about the various people of the Magnificent Seven and people that they enjoy, and obviously some people's angst about Snowflake being dead, and kind of curious what had really truly happened and whatnot. So.
Okay, I'll just walk over and join them at the table then.
Okay, sounds good. So you kind of walk in, and as you do, you see they're being escorted back into the kitchen area, or back into the, not kitchen area, the dining area. And as you guys go in, you see there's a table that's kind of sitting up a little bit higher. It's a round table, holds about probably about 8 chairs. And you see two faces. There's 3 people sitting there, but you see 2 faces that look very familiar to you. And you see there's a female and a male that's there. And then you see another sort of a tall, thin elven woman who's lean and looks almost a little bit kind of wolfish, where just kind of has that sort of that demeanor of like, doesn't really trust a whole lot of people as she turns around. And immediately you see somebody stand up from the table, and you recognize it as Celeste from Greyhawk. And she says, "You guys made it!" And she kind of waves, and as she does that, another gentleman sort of sits up, turns around and looks at you and says nothing.
He looks familiar.
You immediately recognize that it's Elagos from Greyhawk.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be dead.
He kind of looks to you and he nods and doesn't really say anything. And Celeste says, yes, he was dead, but I brought him back. And thank God Agath brought him back to life. So he's here, and I'm glad you guys made it. Oh my gosh. Please, please, come sit down. Tenser's been waiting for you all.
Refresh my memory. Is Elgos the guy that we killed as a group?
No.
He
Was,
is
he was
a
our
lusted.
sponsor, wasn't he? Oh no.
Go ahead.
Was he the magic guy?
Think so.
Yeah, you're right. And as you guys kind of come in, and she kind of says, "Oh, and I'm so sorry. This is Chimera," and she kind of points over to Chimera, and she nods and kind of looks, and she says, "Hello, Chimera. It's nice to meet you." She kind of reaches around and shakes hands with each of you. So I've heard so much about you. Celeste and Elagos has been filling me in.
What have you heard?
Well, I've heard of all the adventures you guys did in the city of Greyhawk. I mean, I heard that you single-handedly brought down a doppelganger group and took out an Illithid and not to mention won the champion games and fought for good and even tried to help investigate. You know, she points over at my dear friend Elagos' murder. And of course Elagos was telling me all about you're powerful. And she looks and she says, "Where is Snowflake?" And Celeste says, "Yeah, where is he?"
He had an accident.
Oh, good God, I hope he's okay. Please bring him. We'll have Agath fix him up.
Work. I tried.
You're cutting out there a little bit, Riker.
I tried revivifying him, but he didn't want to come back.
The ghost kind of looks and he says, it doesn't surprise me. You probably found another vessel, I suppose. You see Celeste just kind of heads down a little bit. And she says, makes me sad to hear. Oh, I'm sorry. Who is this with you in this group?
I call her Themi.
Hi, Themi.
My name is Themyscinian.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought your friend Ren would, Sir Nightoon would use the name that you'd prefer to be used formally. Pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
Celeste smiles and says, I feel there's tension here. Please, please, sit down. We're all friends.
We got attacked on the road here, so we're a little on edge. That's when Themyscinian came around, helped us take out some devils.
Chimera kind of looks at you and she says, devils on the road? That's unusual. Age Point, usually we don't have any sort of problems on our roads coming to us. Please tell me, what was that all about?
I'm not sure. They were barb devils.
Both devils.
Yeah.
They were looking for something that we didn't have it.
I see. She says, well, I'm glad to hear that you dispatched them quickly. Sorry, I've not really heard of that happening before, but, you know, things happen from time to time. So, tell me, what have you learned about the Age of Worms?
Not much, really.
She looks around the table and she looks to Spaz and she says, "You are the great mage. Tell me, what have you learned?" Alagos told me you guys were looking into it and even were finding out details and had brought artifacts. Do you have any more artifacts or anything new?
Spaz is sleeping again.
I don't think we found anything new about the age of worms, anyways.
She looks back to Celeste and she says, I suppose we'll just have to figure this out together, right? Celeste looks and she says, yes, of course, Talon. And then
Talon doesn't know what he's doing.
He's like, it's been a while, right?
Man, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, feels awkward, doesn't it? I feel it just doesn't feel quite right.
Well, it shouldn't, right? We're in a different place.
Indeed. We are, aren't we?
I think we're missing Snowflake.
Yes. Well, I have to tell you, Tensor has been very excited to hear that you guys were coming. And, I think that, when he returns, he'd love to meet with you.
When will he return?
It'll be in about a week. He's unfortunately on other business. As you can imagine, with him being as powerful as he is, he has many duties that needs to be taken, but he is very interested in meeting with you. Just then, Alagos kind of looks to you all and he says, well, when we have the audience with Tensor, all will be made clear, I'm sure, of his intentions for you guys being here.
Where is he? When will he be here?
I can't answer to his business. I just know he's not here. But he'll be here soon enough, and when he is, obviously we'll meet with him and have some discussions.
Can I insight him to see if he means that in a favorable or disfavorable way? I don't know if insight would work that way or not.
Sure. Why, his picture doesn't look like he's trustworthy?
None of their pictures look like they're trustworthy. Oh, wait, are we talking about the character portraits again? No.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So he's tough to read. He's quiet and says few words. Celeste kind of says, well, obviously while you guys are waiting, your room and board here is all paid for and it's already taken care of, so you don't have to worry about that. And you have free run of Mage Point, so feel free to go anywhere in the tower, anywhere in the town, except do not approach his castle or his fortress, please. It's protected by powerful magical wards, and that just when the wizard's not here, and it's just not safe to do that. So please, no flying towards it. Please don't cross the bridge at all. I'd hate to see you get hurt. But otherwise, the rest of the town is yours to run through as you please. Right.
I'm assuming Alestin let you all know that we were headed this way.
He may have told Tensor, but he didn't communicate that to me. Tensor just told me that you would be coming here. Told me that about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. He had hoped you were going to be here sooner before he left for business, but honest, as soon as he comes back, Chimera will instantly tell Tensor and you guys can meet with him.
Very well.
How do you know we were coming 4 or 5 days ago?
I don't really get into the questions and answers of the great wizard Tensor. I'm sure he has ways, spells, something, somehow to know. He's really a good guy. I think I'm portraying him as not a very nice gentleman. He's very, very nice and cordial. And I mean, he's trained Elagos and he trained Alustin. I mean, you know them.
Is he the reason why everybody is so happy and nice and pleasant in this city?
Of course. You're in Mage Point. That's where everybody wants to be. Don't you?
Inside check.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid.
He's like, I don't...
We did want to be here. That's why we came here. But
So Haleth, I feel like she's probably telling the truth, at least what she feels is the truth. She said, you know, this town was nothing until Tensor came, and so, you know, anyways, I think this is... You all have traveled long roads, and you've had a lot of deceit and deception, but there's really nothing to worry about here. This is a safe town, and plenty of things. And I got to be honest, I know that you guys were asking about stores to buy things. This place definitely has the money to buy things if you're looking to get rid of some magical items. So please feel free to explore the area, and if you want to, even go talk to Agath. He's over at the temple library, and he can answer probably any questions, or if you need research or healing, I'm sure he'd love to help you out.
Agath, you said?
Agath, yeah. You know him?
And no, I don't. Which temple to the god, or which god is the temple?
Well, it's, you know, many gods, you know, are there. It's really kind of whatever you're comfortable worshiping, as long as it's not, how do I put this? As long as it's not too stringent or too loosey-goosey.
Now I question as to whether mine is stringent or loosey-goosey in their terms.
She says, I think that, you know, it's Ija or like Cuthberth, Pelor, Bakab, Obadahai, you know, Nerul, Vecna, any of those would probably be fine.
Even Vecna.
But of course, we are open to all things here. Again, I think this isn't going as well as I had hoped. I mean, we know each other and we're friends. I don't understand why all the angst, but it's okay. I'm sure it'll get better as time goes.
We've encountered a lot of things since the last time that we spoke.
Yeah, I see.
There's more going on in this world than you could believe.
I see. I'm sure there is, and again, I know that Tensor will have all the answers. Please, drink up. Let's party.
She says, drink up and let's party.
Yeah.
I just kind of side-eye Ren, like, is this on the up and up?
I'll do an insight check.
Alrighty. She kind of gets up and she goes back over and starts to try to woo Talon.
Nah, I'm not having any of this.
Are you kidding? He was all over her in Greyhawk.
that's right.
That's old news.
It's old news. As you're doing that as well, huh?
Yep. Well, I don't know if Spaz be doing it. He really never pays attention, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Ren, you can't get a feel. It's too hard to get a feel.
Well, I'd rather just have a meal and get some rest tonight. I'm not really up for partying
Okay.
on our first night in.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's been a hard trip up here.
I completely understand.
Yes, a good night's rest, and then we can start on our mission tomorrow.
Maybe you can challenge Talon to a game of knife throwing.
Ah. Maybe. I don't know if I'm really good at that, but I can try.
Who says that?
Celeste.
Talon's like, I'm not playing these peasant games any longer.
So, as they kind of sit around and sort of drink wine at the table, you hear Chimera kind of trying to make small talk with Celeste and with the rest of the group, but the rest of the group seems a little hesitant, so it really ends up being with Celeste. Elagos just sort of sits there and doesn't really say anything. He just kind of stares and takes little sips out of his glass, being uncomfortably pleasant and cordial. But you can tell that he's not comfortable being in this setting. Just sort of sits there and continues to drink.
Am I getting things confused, or wasn't Celeste the one who was talking with Merrick or Ren and Greyhawk in their own language?
That was Merrick, yes.
So it wasn't Talon that was all over Celeste, right? Talon was all over Tira.
He was over both of them.
Yeah, Talon played that game, the dagger game, with Kellick's mage. I can't remember her name right offhand.
It was Tira, yeah, the rogue. Yep.
I thought Celeste went to some volcano town.
Cauldron, yep.
She was the bodyguard for Ecom, who was our sponsor. And I do believe that she took Elagos's body back, though, right?
Correct.
So I'm not questioning that at all. This is just a weird place. Haleth is not in a good place to...
Just too happy.
You're questioning the happy pill? Hard to swallow?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth on myself. I'm gonna walk away, cast Zone of Truth on myself, and then come back.
Okay, sounds good. What's their rolls? I forget what they have to roll.
Let's see here, 1 second.
13?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's not the size of your die. That's the way you roll it.
Alright, can everybody else roll a Charisma saving throw, please?
I'm so focused on Elagos and Celeste that I didn't see him cast. So, oh no.
God dang it. Of course, Spaz has a plus 10 on the charisma, and he rolls a 1.
I'll roll it again out in the open, Greg.
Oh, I got it. You don't have to roll it again. Got it for you.
Okay.
Could have kept it there, too. Alrighty. Spaz. Where's Spaz? Always Spaz. Alright, Ren, so you come on back and sit down at the table.
Elagos, how long have you been back for?
Looks over to you and he said, a few days.
Can you tell us about your untimely death?
Yeah. Sitting in my study, working on paperwork, writing out a note to Lustin. I just put that note back up into the stuff with all your guys' things and sat back down at the table. I heard a noise, turned around, and there it was. Loris's henchman, Bozel, you know, his right-hand man, right there. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and looking at Agath. Celeste tells me, choke me to death or slit my neck. I see you guys probably got all my stuff. You told me that you guys were able to collect all the stuff and want her to bring me back here so I could be resurrected. I appreciate that. Thank you for not letting those idiots in Greyhawk bury me.
Do you know this? Sometimes I like kittens, and sometimes I pee in the bathtub.
Elagos looks over to the guy. He says, "What?"
I like kittens, and sometimes I pee in the bathtub.
I choked on my beer.
It's like,
I shake my head.
Yeah, Spaz, but I take my bath after you, and we don't drink the water.
It's supposed to help with the athlete's foot.
he says,
And now we know why Snowflake was shedding so much.
right? He looks back to you, Ren, and he says, "So what's the next play for you all?"
Well, apparently we need to stay here and wait for Tensor to get back. Have a conversation with him.
Fair.
I was going to say our next play is cats.
What is wrong with him? He looks around the table and says, "What happened to him? Is he always like this?"
Oh, always. I'm always like
Yes.
Yes.
I see. Well, I have to tell you that if any of you arcane casters decide to cast a spell here, you can make it have a better effect if you're interested in that.
Oh, just for the arcane ones? What about like divination?
Sorry, divination doesn't work as well here as the arcane spells. Obviously, this is Tensor's area, right? So we're close to his fortress, if you want to call it that. And even Mage Point. That's why there's so many people here. Haven't you noticed all the casters around?
I cast Polymorph on Talon.
Okay.
I turn him into a kitten.
So, you notice that it takes you twice as long to cast that spell. It takes
two
you...
actions.
What's that?
There's 2 actions.
Yeah. However, he kind of looks and sees that you cast that spell, and he says, "You know, you could extend the time on that."
Oh, freaking Talon. Talon freaking made it save.
He
Why does
did.
he get advantage?
He's got a ring on as well. You might want to check that out. I believe he's wearing a ring of spell turning.
I think he's also has Puff on his shoulder. Doesn't
he
he get
does.
a...
Well, he has a spring of spell turning. Well, he'll use that.
God. All goes ducks.
I don't know what it does. Hang on for a second. You find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, Jesus. In addition, if you roll a 20, if you roll a 20, save the spell. So it's low or low, the spell has no effect on it. Instead, targets the caster.
I had a
Uses the spell slot, spell save DC to attack. Oh, my gosh. So Spaz now has to make a saving throw. Not to mention...
Yes.
Spaz turns himself into a kitten.
Elagos chuckles. He's like, "That's the funniest thing I've seen yet."
Does that mean that this lasts for extra long time now?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, can you give me a let's see. I would need you to do a concentration check. Which is what? I think it's your...
Con save.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're fine. So it is actually extended. Were you planning on extending it actually? Yeah, if you didn't plan on it, but it could have.
Oh yeah, if I was casting it on Talon, I would have extended it.
All right, gotcha. So it is an extended spell now.
Yeah.
Elagos chuckles. He looks around the table. He says, "Does anybody have counterspell or dispel
No,
magic?"
but I'll pick it up.
You pick up the cat, the kitten.
Does it look like one of those hairless cats?
Spaz.
It's got eyes looking
I'll,
in different directions, though.
It's
No,
a Siamese
he's
cat.
a
It's
small, fluffy
cross-eyed.
cat.
I'll dispel magic.
As I'm holding him.
That's why I wanted to dispel it.
I could just see her petting it. What a nice little kitten. All right. What level is that? A third level spell?
Yeah, third level.
Yeah, the polymorph's a 4th level spell.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, gotta do a spell check.
Yeah, you gotta do a spell check.
What do we do for that again?
It's what is it? 8 plus your proficiency plus your whatever your casting.
DC equals 10 plus spell level
Oh, there you go.
on a successful check. It's an ability check, so
Yeah, it's whatever your spellcasting ability is.
Oh yeah, it works. All of a sudden, Haleth, you're now holding Spaz.
And petting him.
I look at Halo. I go.
I'll
I
drop
know he's
my,
kind of heavy, so I'll just kind of not throw him to the ground.
Drop
Just kind of gently put him down. I mean, he is our leader.
Right?
drop my zone of truth.
Oh, that cancels your zone of truth?
I'll drop my concentration on it.
Okay. Right? Like, what the heck did I just get involved in?
I don't know, but I'm beginning to realize this was a punishment detail.
So, as the night continues on, you do feel that genuinely the mood in here is obviously very jovial and happy, and it does feel like this city is very privileged and isn't really used to having sort of the trials and tribulations that you guys have all been through, such as like Diamond Lake or anything like that. As the night continues, you see Chimera kind of pushes back from the table and she says, "It's been a pleasure to meet all of you, and I truly look forward to our meeting with Tensor. And honestly, as soon as I know that he has returned, I will come and retrieve you immediately for us to have our audience. Until then, though, if you need anything in the city, please let anybody in the city know. They'll be happy to communicate back to either us or Agath or Celeste or even Elagos, and we can help you with whatever you need." It was a pleasure. She kind of stands up and curtly sort of nods or bows down and turns on her foot and starts to walk out.
I head up to whatever room is mine.
Alrighty, sounds good. You all each have your own separate room, which is kind of a suite where it does have a sitting room, also has a bath that's there, as well as the bed and everything else, and it's very nicely done, and you're able to go up to your room without any issues. Elagos looks around, he says, "I guess that's my cue too. Thank you again for helping me and in the city of Greyhawk. I'm eager to hear about your adventures and to find out more about what we can do to really help with this Age of Worms that's coming."
Meow.
Nods.
Did it have running water, or is the tub full?
It does have a decanter of endless water that's kind of pouring in, and then you see that it just kind of disappears down into the bottom, keeps us a constant level of warm water in there.
I could get in the tub. I keep a constant level of warm water too. I'll go first.
We all got our own tub. Get out of my room.
Did we get dinner or not?
Yeah, you got dinner. Yep. Very nice dinner. Had 3 courses to it. Mainly, the main course was a fish course, fish dish, or fortunately, depending if you like fish.
I feel sated.
Yes. So, sounds like Spaz and Merrick are up in the rooms.
Yep, I'll head up also.
So does Talon.
Alrighty.
I will head up as well,
Me
but I don't
too.
know how we determined who got what room.
I think it was just pretty much whatever room was available out of the block. I kind of
Just remember, you're not Snowflake. You can't take any room you want.
No,
I'll
no,
take
I
one
know,
with a
but
window.
It's like
right.
you said I'm going up to my room. It's like, well, how do you know which room was yours? I missed that tour.
I didn't tell us. I just said whichever room was mine.
So you all go up. Haleth, as you start to go, you feel a hand on your elbow, and Celeste grabs it. She says, "Are you okay?"
Yes, I am. It's just, I've lost a friend, and things have been very strange lately. If I seem mistrustful, it's just been the situation.
I understand. I sorry that you lost your friend. I liked him too. He was different, and sorry that life has been caused you a lot of distrustfulness, and but you have nothing to worry here. I wish there was something I could do to prove that to you.
Well, tell me why everybody is so happy here. It's not the norm that we have seen for the past 6 months in our travel.
I get it, but you've been at the kind of the scum of the earth. I mean, not scum of the earth, but the bottom of the barrel. I mean, you've been in Diamond Lake, and you've been, you went to the city of Greyhawk, and doppelgangers, and illithids, and the games, and Ecom. I mean, obviously, I was there with him, and I hadn't met you before that, and protecting him and whatnot. But he's a nice guy, but he's weird too, and you had to deal with him, and I just, obviously his sister was killed, and you've had a lot of things that have been just horrible, and not every place is like that, and most of Greyhawk lives in a happy setting, and so I'm sorry that you don't feel like it's trustworthy or feel like that's not genuine, but the people who truly are happy. Maybe when you're done with this, you can retire here and really enjoy Mage Point. Or even while you're here, maybe it'll help boost your mood.
Well, we can always hope.
We can, can't we? I just want to make sure that everything was okay, because I know Spaz is the leader, but sometimes you're really the leader, I think, in my opinion. But don't tell Spaz that.
Of course not. Spaz is our leader.
I'm sure he is. She says, well, if you need anything, please, just reach out. I'm happy to help out, and if you're looking for anything in particular, just let me know.
Sounds good.
Smiles.
You have a good night.
You too. And you see her kind of walk away, and starts to kind of walk out of the inn itself.
All right, I'll slip out after her just to see which way she goes.
Okay, gotcha. So you kind of make your way and kind of follow her out the door. You do see as she goes to walk out, she does talk to the gentleman at the front door and kind of nods his head twice as she whispers something to him, and then she walks out the door.
Can I see from where I'm at what she actually said?
You can see the back of her head. You could try I think your perception. What's your perception now? Your passive.
27.
Yeah. So you could hear under her voice. She said, "Make sure they get whatever they want, and remember that Tensor is paying for all of it, so you have no concerns." And he just nodded his head.
Okay.
All right. And then for everybody else, is there? So Merrick, there is, and there's a lock that's on that chest, and that lock has a large key that's there that you are able to take for yourself.
Okay, I'll put the bag of holding in the chest, and then I'll cast Arcane Lock on the lock, so that whatever its
Nice.
pickability is, it goes up by 10.
Yep, exactly. So you put the bag of holding in there, and you lock that chest. Anybody else for the rest of the group?
I'm going to lay down and go to sleep.
Alrighty, sounds good. So Haleth, as you kind of step out and outside, it's now dark, but you do see that the streets are actually illuminated with lanterns, but they cast a blue light that kind of covers everything. And you notice that the sidewalk and the cobblestone, you're not sure if it's the light reflecting off the cobblestone, or if there's actually something in the cobblestone, but it sort of gives this shimmer of this kind of azure blue that kind of shines and sparkles all along the streets as you walk through it. You do see that the weather above is pristine. The clouds are non-existent, and you see beautiful stars with occasional streakings of comets and shooting stars in the skies itself. You continue to follow Celeste. She continues to walk down the road, sort of whistling kind of a little bit of a tune as she continues down the street.
Yeah, I just want to see where she goes. I'm not like looking to, encounter her.
Okay, gotcha.
Or challenge her or anything.
So you continue to follow her for approximately 10 or 15 minutes. You walk through various streets in the city, kind of get back into more of a residential area, and you see that she walks up to a house which has the lights are completely off. It's a small house. It's only a one-story, kind of surrounded by two buildings that are two-story on each side. She reaches in her pocket, takes out a key, and unlocks the door. Opens up the door, and as she does, you see that she kind of walks inside and closes the door, and you see a light sort of illuminates the windows that are not shuttered but curtained shut inside, and you can see it kind of moving about inside the house.
Okay. Just watch for just a couple of minutes, and then I'll just head back and go to my room.
Okay. All right. So you kind of sit outside, kind of taking in the sights and whatnot, kind of observing. You do see that the light kind of moves around in the room, or the house itself. Does appear to be only one light that you see, and after about 10 or 15 minutes or so of kind of milling about, you don't see anything that seems unusual, and you head back. And I assume head back up to the room?
Yep, I'll go straight up to my room.
All right, gotcha. So as you enter in, gentleman at the front door says, "Ma'am," and kind of nods to you as you walk in, and you head up to your room. And you all sleep through the night? Perfect. So, it's 2:45, so I think we'll probably call it here for tonight. The question I have is, it is going to be several days that you all are going to be in Mage Point. Is there anything in particular that anybody would like to do in the town? Other than, I know that, Merrick, you had mentioned something about selling things.
Got a lot of stuff we don't need, probably aren't going to use. And I'd like to learn another language.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Anybody else?
Since this appears to be a magical town,
Yeah.
I'll start looking, see if there's where I can find any ritual type spells, so that I can maybe purchase a couple of the scrolls and scribe them into my book.
Okay. Anybody else?
Spaz does what Spaz does.
Okay.
And I don't know what Talon's going to do.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Spaz burns down the town.
Hey, Talon's probably collecting berries and mushrooms and stuff.
I don't think I have anything. I'm pretty tired, so I don't know if I have anything off the top of my head.
No worries.
I'll think on it though.
Okay, that sounds good.
I don't believe I have anything.